overcome and too much. Why don't you let me be? Intoxicated soul. Remember what you are. If I could lose control, fall back in if it makes you feel alive again. If it makes you feel alive again. If it makes you feel intoxicated soul. Remember what you are. If I could lose control, fall back in if it makes you feel alive.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I hope you're all having a nice, whatever it is, wherever you are. So hold on. Let me at least get some background audio. So I know it's been a bit since we last spoke, but as you can probably guess from the title, as well as just if you're like a frequent viewer, you probably could guess this. But I, for the past few weeks, have been in the process of moving cross-country from Iowa to Texas. Shit was pretty harrowing, actually, I'm gonna be honest. But I'm finally settled enough that I can start doing things again. This stream is going to serve as kind of a test run because so where I lived previously had symmetric internet, where my upload and download speed were the same. This place is asymmetric internet, and the upload speed is really bad. So I want to like sort of run a test stream to make sure that it actually works. You'll probably also hear a lot of echo on this stream, and I'm sorry for that. My room is really empty and fairly large, so I have a really bad acoustic setup at the moment. So I guess like let me know if the echo is super egregious or something, and I can try and like talk quieter so it doesn't so it isn't as bad. But I don't really have a solution for it at the moment. I'm wondering if I should like get like a clothes rack and then like hang up like a like a comforter or something on it to see if maybe that can help out. But at the moment it's pretty grim. So yeah, we're just gonna kind of have a bit of a fun time today. I don't really have any particular plans. We're just gonna kind of mess around, catch up now that I have returned to my shitter content career. I'm already on 125% sound. Well, how much quieter do I need to get? Like, am I like at risk of waking up your grandmother type of thing? Anyways. We'll go ahead and switch over. Today's live reaction was made by my friend Red Pixel. After Red found out that there was a KFC product named the Chizza, obviously they actually... Hold on, this reminds me of something. Hold on. This reminds me of something. I took a screenshot of this. Speaking of the Chizza, is everything really bigger in Texas? I didn't get any bigger, so I'm gonna go with no. So speaking of the Chizza, I wonder how many people in the chat right now were even there when the initial Chizza incident happened. Oh, hold on, I have the DND check. Well, thank you for the reminder, as always. So everything looks bigger. That's definitely possible. God damn it, where is this screenshot? Yeah, oh my god, dude. This was some awful shit. Hold on, let me download this real quick. Thank you for the 10, Archangel. Welcome to the South. Thank you for the warm southern hospitality. You're closer to Cali, welcome to hell. I mean, I'm not close enough that I am in danger, I feel like, but Hold on, I have to download this photo to my PC real quick. I realized I was looking at it on my phone like a fucking dipshit. Let me download this. Okay. This, you guys want to see this shit? This came up on my phone yesterday. I was just hanging out, having a good time, you know, just moved in, getting settled in. You want to know what comes up on my fucking phone? On my Google, my Google Photos memories? Why did it feel the need to remind me of this? Why did it feel the need to make me relive this moment? I fucking hate Google. I hate Google. The Cheetza is back with a vengeance. It's been 2 years since the Cheetza incident. Shockingly, I didn't realize that it had been that long. Can you play this game called Warframe, please? I've never heard of it. What is that skin? This is Equinox with the Antonym skin. It's her deluxe. I've been messing around a little bit. I haven't had a ton of time to play video games up until like yesterday, because yesterday was when my internet finally got hooked up. But I've been playing a bit more of Equinox and Rhino, just kind of getting a feel for them. I saw a really interesting video about like doing level cap with Equinox, which kind of inspired me to pick her back up. And then there was a video by Amalistic recently that made me realize I hadn't played Rhino in a while. I'll admit, though, I feel like maybe some people have seen it. They did a video that was criticizing MH Blackie's Rhino guide. And don't get me wrong, MH Blackie's Rhino guide isn't particularly good. It feels like it's working on sort of very outdated information, let me put it that way. Like, MH Blackie probably hasn't really updated how he plays Rhino in a long time. But Amalistic is really fucking mean in that video, dude. He does not hold back at all. Alright. Well, like I said, there's no particular goal for today's stream. We're just going to kind of catch up a bit now that I'm back. I don't know why I was in the Syndicate mission menu. We have a Void Flood and a Survival when it comes to Fissures, which aren't particularly interesting. Can't be forgotten, not even with the... Yeah, you know, honestly, no amount of prescriptions can save this. No amount of prescriptions can save me. Cool Kid's room right now, basically. Yeah, deadass. Anyways... Not even perks? No. Are really bad. I mean, I feel like that's unfortunately kind of what you get with a lot of YouTubers. Interception? Oh, hell no. You know, we can just fuck around in the survival for a bit. Do I have... I do not. We'll just pick some random shit. I don't care. Who's the prime sure-footed slop guy? That's Nightmare Frame. What do you think of the Helldivers collab? I am very excited for it. Halo 3 ODST is one of my favorite Halos. I really, really like that game. I'm not very sober. Well, welcome to the Real Adult Club. I hope you had a pleasant birthday, Saint JJ. Happy birthday to you as well. 1 pound morphine to go. I don't think you can do that. I don't know if I should really rely on my my Paris Incarnate. I don't have a ton of opportunities for headshots here, I feel like, but... Trust? Alright, I believe you, I believe you. Never mind, I take it back, I take it back, I believe you. Paris #1. You know, I do think that the Paris Incarnate, it does go hard. What's your opinion on Gnosticism? I feel like this is the setup to a D's Nuts joke. I need to wait through the grace period to make sure I'm not about to get hit with a D's Nuts joke before trying to honestly answer this question. 10% bigger since everything's bigger in Texas. So funny thing, I actually... Sorry, I was fucking checking my phone. I actually made the live reaction slightly smaller, because I think it was Ellie who pointed out that they used to be smaller. I'm like, there's no fucking way. And then I looked on an older stream and they were smaller, and I'm like, okay, when did they get bigger? What did I do? So I decided to scale it back a tad.
That's it. You opened the relic.
I wanted a legit answer for your thoughts. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little bit scared. I'm a little bit scared. I crave new videos when I actually have quite a few. I need to pause for a second so I can focus. I do have quite a few videos that I want to do here soon, but I'm a little bit torn on which one to do first. Sorry, I'm trying to catch up a little bit. Thank you for being a member for 11 months. It's been a bit since I've been able to say, but here's yet another month of my contribution to restoring a tiny bit of cool kids' sanity. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I need to double check real quick as well. Okay. So, anyway, I'm gonna get turned. Count them 2 weed gummies, you're gonna fucking die. Oh, I didn't even have my shit active. That was a complete fucking waste of a good Paris and Garnin shot, dude. I'm offing myself. Breach till it covers the screen, yeah, dead ass. Okay, anyways. Love your videos, keep me entertained in school. I'm glad that you like them. They take a lot of effort. Okay, I need to sort of prioritize. So first, the Gnosticism thing. I'll admit my understanding of Gnosticism is incredibly rudimentary. Is there like a particular thing that you're seeking my opinion on, or is this just the fact that I'm walking into a D's Nuts joke? Chevenant, hell nah. Oh my god, there is a cool Chevenant. How did you like the pizza, cool kid? I did not. I did not like the pizza. Where's my... Oh, my Augmented's already almost done. Baller. Fantastic. Okay, now that that's... Once my Augmented is finished, I can, two button press strip, on Pillage. What's your thought on Dread, though? I actually do like Dread quite a bit as well. If memory serves... Why did my... Huh. If memory serves, I think that Dread's Incarnate form has some weird issues in terms of like the way it affects the stats of the Dread. I'd have to look at it again, to be honest. I don't use the Dread super often. I wonder, is the live chat just not moving, or is my stream broken? I can never tell with these things, especially with this being like a test stream on my my new internet. You gotta be careful. Especially with Blast. Yeah, I have gas on mine currently. Blast is very, very good on it as well. Just not moving? Okay. Just gotta make sure. Clipping situation. Is that the... Does it clip on the regular skin or with, like... Because I know that that's been an issue with Sepphon, I think it is, for a long time. Does see him clip with its regular... Wait, is this going to be like a see him these nuts? Wait a minute, hold on. Have I made a mistake? Have I made a grave mistake? Oh no, wait a minute, wait a minute. It always clips it. Okay, thank God. This wasn't... I was like, wait a minute, did I walk into this? Oh no! I'm safe, I'm safe. I think I'm fine. Because you one-shot things. I tried it earlier. Fair enough. I also think there's the issue of, like, the default, gas cloud isn't super large, but the lingering zone's really strong, and I can get quite a few procs. Speed. Been working for like 2 or 3 updates. I haven't noticed, because I normally use mine with the, like, old Ash Deluxe, skin. But, damn, that sucks. I just realized I have on catalyzing shields, because I was using this as, like, with a more conventional shield gate setup. At least I think I might still have it on. That's totally worthless for me now, though. I feel like I'm forgetting things. I'm sorry. If you asked a question that I haven't answered, feel free to just resubmit it. I've been very, like, busy the last week, and I'm very tired. So I'm not all there mentally at the moment. Could you fuck off, maybe? Sevagoth Prime System. Cool. What's going on? We are hanging out in a fissure and catching up now that I have returned from my moving journey. Oh, ow. I am getting beaten up. Wait a minute. If you don't consent, the Void Rig cannot legally kill you. It's a loophole called the law. You can't do things that are illegal. If you're asking why I can kill the Void Rig, it's this thing called acquired... I'm sorry, we're not gonna talk about those types of topics on today's stream. Do a sleeping stream? That would be horrible. Self-defense? True. There are no castle laws at Albric's Labs. I can do whatever I want. People die when they are killed as energy. Ooh. Was that the Void? Oh my god, that was the mech. I was looking at my chat. He just fucking clipped me midair and knocked me down. Okay, this guy actually has to die. He's my fucking #1 op right now. He has to go. He has to fucking go. We're at 1.5 million. That should be enough. My kill count. That's not great. Not terrible, but not great. The Arcane is still an animal cool kid. The stream is... Oh, god damn it. You reminded me that I have to ban the word skibbity from my stream chat, too. Are you a honk shoe or a honk meanie me kind of sleeper? I'm the kind of person who wakes up screaming. Okay, real talk. Just honest question. How would anyone have access to that kind of information under, like, normal circumstances? I don't know what it's like when I sleep. I'm asleep. How am I supposed to be privy to this? Okay, could you... Thank you. How are the gay cowboys? I mean, I haven't encountered that many. Just ask your boyfriend. Okay, how do I say this? He's asleep too, generally, at the same time. Ow. This guy's not sleep maxing. Am I doing something wrong here? Am I fucking something up?
Time and oxygen are running out. Looks like you could use a bit
I can tell you I'm inside your wall. Shit, that's reasonable. I'm gonna have to get like one of those sleep monitoring apps. Some of that type of shit. Hello, Bonewood. Oh! Oh no. Oh, I was gonna say, please get that bleed proc off of... You guys... Okay, I just want to say, that brief hitch was not the stream. That was my fucking game. I shot a hollow vein point blank. I actually not hit this guy's fucking arms. This gameplay's actually embarrassing. I'm playing Equinox, and I'm fucking getting shit fucked up. I still think Equinox deserves a rework, but I can't deny that her nuking capability is incredibly strong. Do you want to get Boba this weekend? I guess it'll depend on what I have going on, to be honest. Uh-oh, that's a nullify. Well, everyone, today we learned a valuable lesson in why Nightmare Frame uses Prime Sure-Footed. This bitch-ass fish. Quadratic damage increase. True. Can I punch through this? Thank you. There we go. That's what we're looking for. That's what it's all about. I want the fish. I can't believe they made tag for gay. It's not even that OP. As far as I understand, I don't play Equinox a lot, but because of the fact that it like absorbs the damage you deal, and you know, like you can deal a lot of damage if you hit multiple enemies, it's very, very strong with the way that it scales. Because you know, if you're able to hit a bunch of enemies with like, that's actually why I have Magistar on here. If you can hit a lot of enemies with like a slam or something, you can add a shit ton of damage to it. This is forbidden tech I learned from a video I watched, who I can't think of the uploader. unfortunately. If anyone knows, you know, feel free to let me know. But that was their insight. It was like, use weapons that can hit a shit ton of enemies to build up a bunch of damage for maim. And it's like, you know, I don't really care for Equinox, but I've been meaning to learn how to actually play her, and that's a very good point. Moog? I don't think so. I could probably find it. Somewhere. That's a 2% chance. We just got a natural gold item from an intact relic. Even teammate kills? Yeah, that's correct. I mostly play solo, so I honestly don't even consider the team play aspect of this game most of the time. I'm not even gonna lie to you. What I get for looking at Warframe? I mean, I will say this. Prime Sure-Footed is by no means a bad mod. It absolutely has its place. But I don't really use it often personally. Just because I find it really annoying to make room for. Give me that Mayatan, thank you. I don't want to deal with, you know, all of the investment that goes into being able to run Prime Sure-Footed. I didn't even have it active. I did it again. I am actually a failure. I should not be playing Equinox. I should be in jail. Uh-oh. Oh, a Jade Light. You know, if I was a Rhino, I'd be very happy to see you, but I'm not. Thank you for the 17 months, the Goober. Holy moly. Indeed. Since they are literally two, you know how it ends. From what I remember, it's been confirmed by VE that both of Equinox's forms are female. Because I have work. Alright, fair enough, Gazette. Thanks for stopping by. To include Nourish? Yeah, true. Ow, fuck. Go, thank you, Zayak. Very cool. On all primes eventually. I mean, I absolutely could, but you still have to do a lot, because, like, it's still 8 drain, even with, you know, being in, like, a correct slot, so, I don't know. I just don't really like dealing with it. Hold on. Is my... I think the slam radius on this thing's, like, 9 meters or some bullshit. Yeah, ID frame. You know, my headcanon... Alright, you guys want to hear my insane headcanon for Equinox? Oh, thank you for the 5 months, Stelios. Give this man more... I need to fucking dial in. Gave this man money, time to give him more. I also have this, Joe Squared. Thank you, Zaya. Okay. This is going to be one of those things that I don't know if anyone here will even know what I'm talking about. Does anyone here know? This is such fucking niche knowledge. You're all gonna have to prepare yourselves. Does anyone here know about... It was a TV show, but I'm referring specifically to the Italian comic, Cyber 6. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? You probably have watched the cartoon, but I think that the reference I want to make is much more prominent in the comic, the original comic. I love Cyber 6. We have one person. Thank God, that's more than I thought. So Cyber 6, let me put it this way. Cyber 6 is like a robot vampire, basically. But a big point of, like, Cyber 6's, like, superhero secret identity is she cross-dresses as a male teacher. That's just what I've always thought about Equinox. That, like, Dayform Equinox is just, like, Equinox cross-dressing. That's been my headcanon. Equinox is like Cyber 6. Might as well mention Pon Pushka. I feel like Pon Pushka is less niche to my community because I've talked about it before. Can I please charge my Incarnate? Hello, I'm looking for ways to charge my goddamn phone in this fucking room. Sorry, the fucking mech siren is blaring, but I do not give a shit right now. My main is off again. I should be put down like a dog. Die. That are dating each other. I'm not even gonna inquire further about that, actually. Alright. Boss Plan Toolkit inbound. You know, probably. I should actually probably get my melee ready, considering the impending, you know, stand ready for my arrival worm head ass fucking mania spawn. You motherfucker! Just gotta do the Wukong, but... Was that the mech? Okay, was that Mania pulling me, or was that the mech? I don't think it... Okay, I think it was just Mania. I was gonna say, if that's the mech, I'm being humiliated on a level I did not think possible. Oh my god, I think it might have actually been the mech. Wait a minute. It might have hit me with firing line. I need someone to analyze that fucking footage, bro. Needs prime sure footage so bad. You know, perhaps. Hello, Dick and Nuts Kid 369. I think... What am I currently? I don't even know what my Aura or my Exilus mod is currently. I need... You know what I... Alright, you know what? Check this. Check this. You guys think that I need prime sure footage? You want to see the truth? You want to know what I actually need? Here, I'll show you after this is done. I start to hate minorities. Real and true, cool, Freddy. Real and true. But yeah, best of luck with tomorrow, Phoenix. Here's what you need. Fuck prime sure-footed. What you need is a Dante Spectre, baby. Let's fucking go. This is what you really need. Buy now. What you really need is a Dante Spectre. A chop. Deadass. Ouch. I was reading a message that I got and accidentally walked into a nullifier. 500 Dante Spectres. Ow, son of a bitch. I am just eating damage. Okay, die. Thank you. Oh, ability, strength, and range have doubled. Okay, now we're cooking with gas, baby. Hold the fucking phone. Now it's time to do some funny shit. Did he cast Overguard? Well, that's the funny thing. He's currently trolling me. No. Oh, there's a... You know, this is really the bitch of using Incarnate weapons against the Murmur, is it's like, I feel like I can never hit any of them in, like, a head weak spot. Any videos in the works? Oh yeah, I was talking about that earlier and kind of got sidetracked because I have the attention span of, like, a fucking goldfish. So, my content plans are kind of a mess at the moment. I have a lot of things that I want to make, but I'm not really sure where to go with it. Use quick tap to charge it. I could, but I'm also trying to, like, contribute to the damage for main. So, quick tap is realistically probably more efficient, I won't lie. So, one of the big ones I want to do is I do want to put together a supercut of the beating Warframe in a day streams. Amber Alert. Damn. That's nowhere near me, so I don't know what the government thinks I'm going to be able to do, but thanks for the update. Okay, sorry. I keep getting distracted. So I want to do the supercut of all of those streams, but that's going to take a shit ton of effort, so I'm kind of in the boat of, like, when am I going to be mentally ready for that? I've had some other ideas, though. One of the ones, I mentioned this in The Last Weird and Obscure with Valkyr's passive working in Archwing, where I was like, you know, that could be an entire video. And I was thinking, like, maybe I should do that. It could be kind of fun to do a, like, what passives work in Archwing video. Maybe even make it a tier list just for the fun of it. Just like, okay, well, what passives work in Archwing? Which ones are good? I feel like if I make it a tier list, though, there's the problem of, like, would I have enough functional passives to even make a good tier list? I feel like the answer is honestly probably not. But hold on, you know what? I don't even care anymore. I'm just slamming shit. Tier list gives views. I mean, unfortunately, this is correct. You mother! Dude, he parried. Did you guys see that? That Fire Blast just straight up parried me. It just straight up fucking parried me. He hit me out of my slam and knocked me over. I actually just got parried. That is some of the most disrespectful shit that has ever fucking happened to me in this game. I'm flabbergasted. Can you beat Warframe? Good question. Weird status style vid. I could. I feel like I'd have to do some more preliminary research. You're not in the GG clan? So, my clan is a clan that I made way back when I first started playing this game on PC in like 2016. And I just have too much of an emotional attachment to it to ever abandon it. You know what I mean? So, I'm in an alliance with the Grattler Gang clan, but I'm not part of it, no. The Grattler Gang clan is mostly Chris's operation, I believe. That gave me enough momentum that I got stuck for a second there. We're stuck, please. Holy shit. Okay, bye. We have a cool emblem. You know, that's fair. So we were actually trying to set, we were trying to make the front-facing Cool Kid the Alliance logo, but it got rejected on copyright grounds. I don't know what happened there. Silver Forma, unfortunate. Swap up Raleigh. So here's the thing. I think I know why. And that's because my old alliance used that alliance emblem too. But that alliance only had my clan and a friend's clan. So I'm pretty sure that at this point it should be, like, dissolved. But I wonder if it's still like, oh, well, that's their alliance emblem, so you can't use it. Which is unfortunate. That's another nullifier. Not a fan of these guys. Okay, you know, we got a decent all right, I've been kind of hanging on to something for a while. So quick question. I guess I don't know if my chat is ready to hear this shit, because when I first talked about this topic, I think it made a lot of people uncomfortable. And that's completely fair, but I promise this time it's not the traumatizing stuff. I have additional lore about my dad. You're pregnant? No. I don't know if anyone here was here for the original stream where I talked about it. This is not the traumatizing stuff. It is kind of relevant, but I have new lore about my dad that's actually fucking crazy, and I feel the need to share this with you all. Well, buckle the fuck up, because this shit is fucking hilarious. So, to get people up to speed with things really quickly, I don't talk to my dad because he's a hardcore drug addict, but my siblings... some of my siblings still keep in touch with him enough that they kind of funnel to me what's going on. But I hadn't heard in a long time what my dad had been up to. So my brother Holton, like when I moved out, he moved in to sort of take my place, because I lived with my brother Hunter previously, and he didn't move with me. So Holton moved in, and he and I are talking about things, and we get on the topic of my dad, and apparently, my dad, I'm not making this up, is convinced he's Jewish. Like, he wears a yarmulke, he celebrates, like, Yom Kippur and stuff like that. He got my brother's dreidel for Christmas. I'm not kidding. My dad just woke up one day and was like, you know what? I'm Jewish now. And my fucking... So, my brothers just started fucking with my dad now. For Christmas? I know, right? Like, there is a brand of hot dog called Hebrew National, and so my brother Heston took a picture of it at the store and sent it to my dad, saying that he was gonna buy it, and my dad just replied, "You are blessed, Jew." And, like, that's how he refers to my siblings now. He just refers to them all as Jew. It's so fucking funny. So it's something like my brother Holton and I would just be like, "What's up, my Jew?" whenever we would greet each other. Oh my god, it's so fucking funny. I don't know how you go that off the rails, but holy shit, is it hilarious. So yeah, I don't, like, my brother Holton tried to explain to me how my dad arrived at the conclusion that he's Jewish, but again, you have to remember, my dad's, like, fucked up on half a dozen drugs, so realistically, his rationale does not make sense to anyone but him, because I don't understand it. What was explained to me was so incomprehensible, I don't even know how I'm going to, like, how I'm supposed to relay it without making it even more confusing. The Jew come up in your crib. Real and true. So yeah, my dad is convinced he's Jewish, and he wears a yarmulke and everything. I think it's funny, too, because, like I mentioned before, that I grew up Christian. Like, my dad was a youth pastor and everything. And I don't know if my dad realizes that Jews don't believe Jesus is the Son of God. Because, like, I feel like if you devote, like, that much of your life to that kind of cause, are you really just gonna, like, give it all up immediately? Because, like, I don't know. I also... I feel like with it, what I've heard, how many siblings do you have? I have 5. 5 in total. So there's 6 children if you include me. But like, from what my brother Holton said, it seems like a big part of why my dad claims he's Jewish is just so he can get mad at shit that has nothing to do with him. Which I honestly think is really funny. Like, apparently, as you might expect, he talks about Israel a lot, and it's like, Dad... Like, my family history is not a mystery to us at all. My grandma actually put together a PowerPoint about it for Christmas one year. My family is, like, roughly 50-50 Scottish-Irish in terms of, like, our lineage. So, it's like 60-40, something like that. So, like, we're not Jewish. Like, we know this. I don't know how he's arrived at this. But, like, it seems like my dad just is, yeah, rage-baiting himself, literally, by just deciding he's Jewish and then getting mad about it. Cool Kid is British. Scottish and British are not the same thing. Really, the Irish and the Scottish suffered a lot at the hands of the British. Did you guys know that I think it's Irish Gaelic is basically gone because the English tried to destroy it? They suffered at the hands of those people a lot. But anyways, so with the thing with my dad, like, yeah, he is just rage-baiting himself. And I think it's even more bizarre, because, like, he just goes on rants about ridiculous shit. Like, you guys know, Miss Rachel, the, like, it's like pre-K children's education YouTube channel. My dad went on this rant about how Miss Rachel hates Jewish people because she had a Gazan child on her show who was missing their legs. It's like, how do you make this about you? This isn't a... What the fuck? So unfortunately, everyone, Miss Rachel is an anti-Semite because my dad said so. So yeah, I thought you all would find that funny. But, listen, this isn't the depressing or frightening Cool Dad lore. I just think it's hilarious. Will Cool Dad become woke next? Oh fuck no. My dad is like the stereotypical image of a bigoted person in a lot of ways. I trust his opinion on the matter. So, like, my dad is the kind of person who will be like, you know, I don't have any problem with X group, but you get him to drink a little bit, and he will hit you with some fucking crazy opinions. Find out in the next 4 streams. I don't know how I'm supposed to react to this. Don't worry, if you don't have a reaction, that's completely understandable considering the circumstances. I don't fault you for that at all. But yeah, like, my dad is the kind of person where he'd be like, you know, I don't have a problem with gay people. And then, this is a true story, by the way. My mom let me in on this. My mom was on a car ride with my dad and my brother Harper. And my dad just completely unprompted, like the car was totally silent for multiple minutes up to this point, just went on a rant that he's really glad I'm not gay. Me, I wasn't there, obviously. But just completely unprompted, like, you know, I'm really glad Hayden's not gay. I was really worried he would turn out that way. And it's like... What the fuck? Do all of your names start with H? Yes. So, piece of familial lore when it comes to my family. My mom and her sisters all agreed that their children would all, like, have a letter for their name. And my mom picked H. So all of us, yes, have names that start with H. You're bi, not gay. So that's the thing. I never have, like, come out to my dad because, like, real talk, my dad's a terrible person and I don't want him to know. But apparently at one point, one of my siblings accidentally let it slip because they brought up that they had, like, met my boyfriend in a conversation or something like that. And my dad just was so deluded, he didn't believe them. Like, I feel like even if I told my dad, he wouldn't believe me. Thank the boy, cool kid isn't gay. Yeah, deadass. You an immunodeficiency virus? True. Seems like a hellish conversation. Any conversation with my father is hellish. I don't know what else to say. No, you aren't. Literally, that's the type of shit that I think that my dad would actually try and do. Like, I remember growing up, I'd try and tell my parents about, like, problems I was having with my, specifically, like, mental health problems when I was a kid. And my dad would just do that. He'd just say no. Cool Alan Jackson 369. Okay, now this is getting fucking ridiculous. But like, I remember as a kid, I'd tell my mom or my dad that'd be, I think I'm depressed or I think I have problems with anxiety. And he'd just be like, no. And it's like, okay, never mind, I guess. Like, what am I supposed to do, bro? It's be painful and funny at the same time. I'll say this. If he wasn't my dad, I think it would be funny. The fact that he's my dad makes it upsetting to me. Have you tried going outside? True. Just don't have depression. Yeah, Daddy05, fucking patented strategy. Pregnant Sonic, stay away. Okay, so... because you love them, but holy fuck. Alright, this is gonna be one of the darkest things I think I've ever said on stream. I don't love my dad. Not at all. It's one of those things where, like, I don't want to get too personal. I know that kind of stuff makes people fairly uncomfortable. But, like, after the shit I've been through, nah, dude. I haven't spoken to my dad in years, and I feel no fucking desire to. My dad is an awful person. And it's weird, too. Like, I don't know if anyone here can relate to this. We don't have a super large chat, so maybe you guys, some of you can, maybe you can't. But my dad is the type of person where, like, after years of hard drug use, I feel like, in a way, he's already dead, if that makes sense. Like, I've already kind of gone through the process of mourning my father, because he's still alive, but it's not him. You know what I mean? When you abuse, like, alcohol, Adderall, meth, shit like that for years, you're just not the same person anymore after a point. And it's like, I don't know, I feel like I've kind of gone through the process of grieving my dad, because he's not coming back. I think that damage is basically irreversible at this point. So, it's one of those things where it's like, he is my dad, but he doesn't feel like it. He feels like a different person. Because even, like, I remember when I was a kid, my father still had a lot of the problems that, would persist into my adult life. But... when you're a kid, you look up to your parents, I feel like, innately. At least I did, right? Like, I wanted my dad to be interested in the things I was interested in, and I wanted to talk to him and stuff like that. And he had his problems as a person. He always has. I would say that my dad was never a good person, frankly. But I still, was able to love him despite that. But, like, now, he's just not the same person anymore. And it's like, I don't know. I don't feel like I even really know him. Since he's homeless. I'm sorry to hear that he's in that situation. I guess I don't know what circumstances would have led to that, but... hated me for any reason. Damn. How's the temperature in Texas? It's very hot here, and I don't think the AC works in my new apartment room. I am like 3 for 3 on picking places where the climate control doesn't work in my room. It is rough as fuck. To join the stream too, yeah. Like I said, I don't mean to get too personal. I know that topics like that make make some people uncomfortable. The cool kid childhood lore is some rough shit. I'll put it that way. It's some rough shit, but it's in the past now. Which was about 8 to 9. 8 to 9, Jesus. Hey, my dad didn't start abusing hard drugs till I was in my like mid-teens. Well, how do I put this? My dad abused drugs as a kid and then got sober by the time that I think my brother Fulton was born. And then got back on them, you know, later on in my life. Dad, cool. I don't know, it's what I'm saying. I don't want people to, like, feel bad for me or anything. That's not the point. I mostly just wanted to talk about how my dad thinks he's Jewish because it's fucking hilarious. It's just targeting the Void Rig is stupid because his damage attenuation is blocking the amount that I'm actually converting for my thing. There's a cool brother. There are 5 of them. Foreign concept to me. You know, I can relate to that, unfortunately. Daddy issues to chat. I am proof of what happens when you have issues with both of your parents. People are like, oh, you know, this is what daddy issues looks like, or this is what mommy issues look like, something like that. This is just like, I feel like I've hit total parental estrangement. Then you become a shitty Warframe YouTuber, dude. This sucks. You're converting to Judaism? Well, according to my dad, I'm ancestrally Jewish. But I don't believe him on that. Is that why I like Warframe? Oh shit, this might be a revelation for some people. I'm sorry, anyone who found out this way. And probably. My mom actually really did want a girl growing up. This is, like, fucked up to say, but when she had found out that she was pregnant with one of my brothers, she was, like, actually upset that it was a boy. Like, now I think that she realizes that she probably couldn't handle a girl because she had so many children that, like, she probably would have struggled to learn how to raise a girl so late into parenting all boys. But going 0 for 6 then? Okay, hold on. This actually reminds me. Also, thank you for stopping by, Ally. So here's another one of the things that my dad had said while messed up on drugs that I also think is kind of funny. So my dad is convinced, or at least he was. Maybe he doesn't believe this anymore, I wouldn't know. But he explained in meticulous detail at one point that if you had a daughter, that meant that your wife was cheating on you. That was his theory. So, like, my mom never cheated on him because they never had a girl. But, like, other, like, so, like, my uncle that had a daughter, yeah, that was because of adultery. And it's like, how do you even, yeah, literally, like, how do you even arrive at this conclusion? Fucking crazy shit, that's all I gotta say. How many kills am I up to now? 3,000? That's not terrible, but it's not really good either. Ow, fuck you. Can I really cannot hit this guy in the head. Amazing thing to join the stream too. I'm sorry. Reading or from cheating, sorry. Yeah, you know, according to my father, yes. And he's Christian/Jewish. My dad believes many things, but those beliefs are both among them, I suppose. I am just fucked, dude. This is not looking good. Can I? Hold on. Energy orb. Feed me. Did he not drop one? Okay, there we go. They don't have flow on this build, which is a little bit uncomfortable, to be honest. But maybe I'll take, like, an energy max blue shard or something. Your father even? Look, I don't think my dad actually thinks anything. I think that there's a fucking hole where his brain used to be, and he just says shit now. And got a letter? Yeah, deadass. Wait, okay, so here's the worst part. You want to know who we told this to? My uncle, who has a daughter. We just told that to him. Like, oh yeah, your daughter, who, real talk, is my uncle's favorite child. She was born out of adultery. Source, trust me, bro. And it's just like, are you fucking... Okay, I know the answer. He is fucking nuts. But just like, it's the brainworm Arcade Jr. has? Is it fucking contagious? To being gay. I don't think it's gonna happen. What's going on? It's probably best to not inquire too much further. Flashbang for a while. I mean, that's completely fair. Lead exposure told to him by a dream. Like, I think my dad is the kind of person, like, if anyone here has grown up Christian or around Christians, you'll know that they talk about a very personal relationship with God. Maybe if you're a Christian, you've experienced this yourself, right? I'm not passing any judgment for that. But my dad had always talked about, like, speaking with God on, like, a very one-to-one level. I honestly wonder if he's just fucking schizophrenic. Like, legitimately. There comes a point where it's like, is this like a drug-induced psychosis? Like, I think you might actually be a fucking crazy person. Like, I don't want to cast doubt on the validity of other people's experiences with their religion, but in my father's case, I just think he was actually fucking insane. American Christians, you mean? I mean, I wouldn't really have any first-hand experience with any other kind. Thank you for making my son gay, God. Maybe he's straight up senile. My dad's just shy of 50, so not really. If he was around 200 years ago? You know, probably. But yeah, I don't know. My dad has said, like, a lot of interesting things in drug-fueled hazes, I'll put it that way. I remember when I first visited him after it had gotten really bad, because I had, like, moved out by then. And just, like, hearing him talk about shit was, like, at the time it was pretty disturbing, because, like, you know, that's my dad. But, like, in hindsight, it's just, like, this shit's kind of funny. Oh, Shadow, you little bitch. I didn't even realize he was still alive, actually. Hold on, well, at least I'm playing Equinox. Also, I'm sorry if you heard that fucking noise. That was my email notifier. What do you want? Hold on, what the fuck do you want? Risk of Rain Returns is on sale. Oh, shit, okay, that's actually kind of goated. Being gay or being a furry? Real talk, being gay. And the reasoning for this is very simple. The Bible. I remember when I was a kid, this is just becoming another cool lore stream, I'm sorry. A Shadow Acolyte, Misery, after his first spawn, I think, when he goes down to, like, his last 5% of his health, he'll summon the last, like, 2 Acolytes that you've killed. I don't know if it's the last 2 or just 2 random ones. He'll summon them as shadows. Really annoying. So... I remember when I was a kid, I was probably less than 10. I went to a thing where there was, like, a new pastor that was, like, giving a sermon at the church. I had mentioned this before. I grew up Pentecostal, which is one of the, like, Christian denominations from the Protestant Reformation type thing. It's not really relevant to this discussion. Anyways, so... Okay, question. Is anyone here someone who is some type of LGBT and has Christian parents who do the, like, love the sin or hate the sin thing? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Where it's like, they'll be like, oh, I still love you, I just, you know, being gay is a sin, and they do that kind of thing, where it's like, it's very, I don't know, it feels really disrespectful if you ask me. So that's the kind of thing that the pastor was doing, really, was he was like, well, you know, you shouldn't hate gay people, you should just hate the sin, right? The love the sin or hate the sin rhetoric. And I remember when we got home from that, my dad was talking with one of my uncles, like, the pastor really didn't go hard enough on gay people. Like, he really should have just condemned them entirely, was basically my dad's stance. He's like, it's not okay to be gay, and I don't know why he would portray it like it is. And I'm just remember, I'm like 9, and I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't think he was, like... I didn't think he was being that charitable in the first place. What do you mean? I don't know. I think over time, a lot of my family, I think, has kind of realized... Because, like, this is a phenomenon that I think many people probably have experienced, where if they have one generation of their family that is, like, staunchly religious, the next generation is just, like, overwhelmingly gay. So that happened with my family. A bunch of my cousins were LGBT. Like, I'm pretty sure... Because obviously there's me. I know a bunch of them that are. Like, one of them's, well, had a girlfriend. I guess I don't know if she still does. But, so... I think that it's like that, right? Is that just kind of tends to happen. I think a lot of them have kind of realized, not my dad, one causes the other. I mean, it certainly could. I feel like if you were like a... So, like, this is not my experience, but if you were, like, Catholic and you were separated in, like, gendered schools, you're just asking for it at that point. If you're, like, a... like, you know, an administrator of that arrangement. That's just gonna happen. I think your dad is kind of mean. That's one way to put it. Oh, it is a decision? Real and true. I remember there was one point, I was in a Discord call, and someone asked Nitro, like, when did you choose to be gay? And Nitro was like, well, I mean, I didn't really choose it. And then another person in the call who was gay was like, I remember the exact moment I chose, bro. I would just, okay, hold on. I've talked about this before, but I have to, oh, I wasn't paying attention. I may have just killed myself. Yep, there I go. I probably should have just stayed in operator. Anyways, my bad. Like I said, I was reading the chat and I got distracted. Oh, there's an ancient here. I'm probably just toast, actually. We're gonna... Why did I try and shoot my amp? Just reset my, there we go. Okay, anyways, back on topic. Mop this up a bit here. You successfully reignited my homophobia? Shit, I'm sorry. Heck is trying to boil you alive? Yeah, and it's working. So there is this, I think I've told this story before, but there is this banger quote from Nitro's mom, of all people. Nitro's mom is unintentionally really fucking funny. Nitro's mom is on the older side. I think she's in her 60s. So she has, like, a pretty antiquated view of the world. Okay, actually, before I tell the story, I have a question. Fellow queer people, I need you to sound off real quick. I have a question for you all specifically. I want to know if I'm alone on this or not. Queer people, report in. I need y'all's attention for something real quick. So, Nitro's mom does this, and so does my grandma. Does anyone else that has a same-sex partner, do their older parents or grandparents refuse to call them, like, your boyfriend or your girlfriend? My grandma just calls Nitro my friend. She does not use the term boyfriend. And Nitro's mom does the same thing. She doesn't use the term boyfriend. She just uses the term friend. Which is so, like, weird to me. I don't know why they do that. Transphobia on both ends. I don't, like, in my case it wouldn't be, and, like, I'm very sorry for you that it is in your case. But I don't know why they do it. It's this weird thing where it's like, they've never met each other. They're nothing alike. My grandma has lived in Iowa her entire life. And Nitro's mom is, you know, from this region of the country. But they don't view your relationship as legitimate. Here's the thing. I don't think that's true. Nitro's mom is a very nice woman. She's helped me with my move a lot and stuff like that. My grandma was actually really excited by the prospect of meeting Nitro. She was under the assumption when I visited her last that he'd be with me, which wasn't the case. It doesn't seem like they have any problem with it. They just have this weird tendency to not, I don't know, use that terminology. I just think it's really weird. I don't think it's something that's like a huge deal. I just think it's funny. Anyways, back on topic. So, Nitro's mom, he's got the horse part, perhaps. Nitro's mom just unintentionally says some fucking hilarious shit. So, there was one point where Nitro's mom found out that I was bi, and she didn't really say anything about it for a while. And then one day, she's talking to Nitro in the car. Like, I wasn't there for this. Nitro just relayed it to me after the fact. But Nitro's mom was like, how does being bisexual work? Like, do you have to choose if you like boys or girls, like, at any given time? And Nitro was like, what do you mean? And she's like, well, do you have to, like, wake up and, like, pick? Like, is it a conscious decision? And I'm gonna be honest, I just started fucking with her. I'm like, yes, every morning I have to think about it. Every day that I wake up, I'm like, shit. Do I like men or women today? Still lagging behind. You know, I could see that, actually. That makes sense as, like, a theory. What the fuck? Hello? Oh my word. He just teleported right fucking in front of me and lifted me there. Ooh, that was unpleasant. I don't like that one bit. think this guy probably has the damage reduction to just face tank. Ooh, yeah, he does. Oh, that sucks. Okay, hold on. Incarnate form? I think I'm gonna need to slam him because he has, because he's Mania, so he's gonna have, Jetstream or whatever the fuck. There we go. Life is a roguelite for bi people. Yeah, deadass. Heads on gay, tails on straight ass combo. Yeah, true. So here's another quote from Nitro's mom that this is like probably the best quote from her that I can think of. So Nitro, we were on a phone call and Nitro was in the kitchen like making a sandwich or something because, you know, he's the woman of the relationship. Sorry. So he was like making a sandwich or something in the kitchen and his mom walks in and because we're on the phone call, I can hear her. I'm muted at the time because I was talking to someone else temporarily, like briefly, and I forgot to unmute. But I was also in my kitchen making something to eat. So Nitro's mom walks in and they get to talking. And my dog had been pretty like loud previously, and so she asked about that because Nitro doesn't use headphones; he uses a speaker, so she overheard it. And she was like, "You know, what was that noise earlier?" And he mentions that I have a pug. I think you might have seen pictures of Molly on this channel before. And so Nitro's mom is like talking with Nitro about it, and Nitro's like, you know, she's pretty stupid. She has a tendency to just like bark at nothing sometimes. And Nitro's mom completely seriously replies, well, that's because they see too much. And there is like 5 seconds of complete silence before Nitro just goes, what? And then Nitro's mom clarifies, like, oh, because, you know, their eyes bulge out of their head. And he's like, that's where you were going with that? And I am, like, crying laughing on the other end of the phone because I'm just so fucking taken aback. Oh my god, dude, it was so fucking funny. That's because they see too much. Oh, that shit fucking killed me. The ultra-wide FOV? Yeah, deadass. Oh my god, that just killed me. It was so fucking funny. That's because they see too much. That has got to be the best Nitro mom quote. Like, she has plenty of funny ones. Like, the other day, when I first got here, I was at Nitro's parents' house with him. And Nitro's mom was sitting on a recliner, like, reading through the news. And she's like, do you guys know what a gray sexual is? And Nitro and I are like, what? And she's like, well, you two are young. I feel like you would know. They have like a, what's it called? A subreddit. And it's like, what are you looking at? And at this point, Nitro's mom is the foremost expert on gray sexuality. She started reading their fucking subreddit and everything. Apparently, it's supposed to be like, if you're gray sexual, it's like the space between being asexual and having a sexuality or something like that. There was more nuance to the definition, but I'm not gonna lie, I was caught off guard. No ET? Oh, hell no. Demisexual? I think that's different. Okay, speaking of, so here's something this was many years ago now, but I had an interesting adventure on this wonderful website. I'm going to be honest, me talking about this is going to make it sound like I'm like a right-wing grifter. I want to clarify right now that is not what's going on here. So, a while back, someone linked me to the pronouns wiki. I know, we're off to a terrible start. I promise that there's a point to this. And I was just looking around because I thought it was kind of funny. Because, like, a lot of that stuff comes from Tumblr. Like, a lot of the sources for pronouns and sexualities and stuff on this wiki came from Tumblr. Like, they were from Tumblr accounts is who they're credited to. And so I was reading through it, having a fun time, and I saw that oftentimes the source that was cited on the pronouns wiki was another wiki. I think it was called, like, the gender wiki. So I'm like, okay, hold on. Let me go look at the gender wiki. And I look at the gender wiki, and I click on the page for a sexuality I saw on the pronouns wiki. And you want to guess what their source was? It was the pronouns wiki. So the pronouns wiki source for this sexuality was the gender wiki, and the gender wiki source was the pronouns wiki. So it was completely circular. And I was just sitting there like crying, laughing, as like my friends in the Discord call were like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Because it just, I don't know, it fucking slayed me. I'm like, this is so fucking stupid. The fucking pronouns Ouroboros, deadass. Again, I have like no like peer-reviewed, yeah, indeed. I feel like if it's the pronouns wiki, they probably prefer the term comrade reviewed, but I have no problem with, you know, anyone who uses any kind of atypical pronoun choice, right? But reading through that wiki was funny. There's some stuff where you get to it and you're just like, it's hard to not be confused by this, I guess. Especially because a lot of the sexualities on there like are the same thing. And I think a lot of that is born out of like, because a lot of that stuff, like, as it came from Tumblr, so people would accidentally, like, make different terms for the same thing, but the wiki just contains all of them. So it was, like, a lot of times, I'd be like, wait, didn't I already read this article? And the answer was no. Someone else had just described it under a different name already. Very common occurrence on the pronouns wiki. Dude, it is hot as hell in my fucking room right now. I've only lived in this state for, like, officially, like, 3 days, and I already want to kill myself. Having to reinvent the wheel because they came up with it in isolation, I think that's definitely part of it. It's your first mistake. Yeah, unfortunately, my stupid gay horse boyfriend lives here, so I'm stuck here now. You know, it's weird. Like, I've mentioned this before. I am a Midwesterner. Why are we surviving with Equinox? I've just been playing her a bit. I don't play Equinox much, and I kind of wanted to get a feel for how she functions these days. I saw a video that inspired me to, you know, pick her up again and give her a try. But I've grown up in the Midwest my whole life. Like, I've lived in Nebraska, I've lived in Missouri, and I've lived in Iowa most of my life. It's where I was born, and where I spent probably half of it up to this point. So, moving down here has been an interesting experience, I'll say that much. It's very different. Are you a Grenier or a Corpus? Yeah, what are your pronouns? I don't care. Are you an enemy or not? That's what, if I put a waypoint on you, are you an enemy or an ally? That's all that really matters to me. I don't care about your pronouns. But yeah, I will say, something I've noticed here, maybe this is just the city I live in, maybe this is a thing. I've heard about Southern hospitality. Son, what is it, gray sexual? It's not important, cool mom. But I've heard about Southern hospitality. I'm gonna be honest, every person I've interacted with in public here seems like they want to die. Like, I feel like it constantly seems like they're just thinking about suicide. Whenever I talk to them, it's like their brain is like half in reality and half in like a fantasy land where they're strung up. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like they act like they're nice. Oh shit, they act like they're nice. But you can tell it's very surface level, like they've got something going on underneath. I don't know if it's like they want to kill me for inconveniencing them, or if they're just considering like clocking out, or I don't know. But I've noticed it with like literally nearly everyone I've interacted with in public. Like anyone at like gas stations. Holy shit, that shock X has fried me. Oh, this is not good. I don't have a lot of enemies here. Oh, and there's an ancient. We might be cooked. We might be taking on our first death. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, we're good. I would also want to clock out. I mean, you know, that's completely reasonable. I'm not going to lie to you there. That is completely reasonable. Everyone here is like that, too. You know, I have to ask. So, cool Freddy. I didn't realize that Freddy Fazbear was Chilean, but, you know, we'll roll with it. We'll roll with it. Maybe this is like FNAF lore, that it has been added in, like, Secret of the Mimic or something. Proceed with caution. Yeah, it's like the Amber Alerts. They get, like, the homosexual alerts. So, Freddy Fazbear, I have to ask, what's it like living in a place like Chile? What are your opinions? I know I'm saying it with a very American accent. You'll have to forgive me. Real talk, if I try to say something in a Spanish accent, I just sound racist. Leave as quickly as possible. So, for... How do I put this? For reasons I would rather have him disclose, because I don't feel like it's my place, he can't really leave Texas. It's not like he's on, like, a registry or something. It's for familial reasons. I should probably clarify that. For familial reasons, he cannot leave Texas. It's not because he's, like, you know, fucking under house arrest or something. It's negative 10 degrees. Iowa's the same way. I remember. So, before I left, we were consistently hitting about 100 degrees. And the winter that I moved there, one of our coldest days with wind chill was like negative 34. That's when Celsius and Fahrenheit agree on the temperature. I thought about it. If you took the average fall day weather of about 60 degrees and added it to the temperature that day, it was still below freezing. Only at negative 40? Oh, I must have misremembered. I thought it was negative 34. So yeah, it was really fucking cold. Then again, I lived in a very windy part of Iowa, but... so yeah, the winters there were fucking brutal. It's funny because, like, living here in the South, I get why Southerners would like winter. I imagine here it's not nearly as bad. You don't have to deal with very much snow. Your weather is just fucking hot as shit every other type of, you know, every other point in the year, right? Mosquitoes are a big problem here in, like, the spring and stuff, from what I've heard. But when people are like, oh yeah, I would love to, you know, experience, like, an Iowan winter. No, the fuck you don't. Or, like, the worst part, dude, is I know I didn't even have it that bad. I've heard that, like, northern New England is fucking terrible. Like, Maine and New Hampshire, places like that. Minnesota is even worse. Like, trust me, you don't want to experience it. Literally freeze over. So here's the funny thing. Yes, but I don't think I got colder than, like, 20 Fahrenheit, which is, like, what? Negative 5 or 6 Celsius or something? It's pretty bad here. Damn. 1 is already too much. Yeah, that's... I think it's, like, the northern East Coast is that region. But yeah, like, it literally was, like, less than a foot of snow, and the state had to shut down. You don't have the infrastructure to deal with it? Yeah, that's what I've heard. Because, like, when I lived in Iowa, dude, there were nights where I'd drive home from, like, a night shift at my job, and my car's headlights would be so under the snow that I couldn't see. They were completely covered. I would get out, and the snow in the road would be up to my chest. Like, that's the type of shit that you just learn to live with in certain parts of the country, right? It gets pretty fucking bad. Just warning you, you know, good to know. I spilled water on my toes and now it's just red again? What the fuck is this Minecraft-ass logic? Also, welcome. I don't know how long Wisp has been here. I wonder if Wisp missed the cool kid Jewish dad lore. I think Wisp would find that humorous. My bike broke halfway there. Oh, that sounds fucking horrendous. For your real sure. I missed it. I'm sorry, Wisp. You might have to catch up. I think you'd find it funny. TLDR, my dad just believes he's Jewish and wears a yarmulke now, among other things. What mic do you use? I use the HyperX Quadcast 2. I used to use the Yeti X. Great microphone, but the integration with Logitech's G-Hub software ruined it. You can still use it? Oh, okay. Jewish dad situation is crazy. True. Uncensored J-word. I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend my fellow unemployed people, because I still don't have a job here. Does he go to synagogue? Probably not. Oh my god, I forgot one of the best parts of this. Okay. We're pivoting back to my dad for a second. I'm sorry, everyone. So my dad is a nutcase who believes he's Jewish and a bunch of other crazy shit. So my dad used to be a business executive for a grocery store chain that's pretty popular, you know, in the area I live. So my dad has not been an executive for, like, the last, what, 8 years? 7 years? But one of his old work friends called him up, like, hey, do you want to give a speech at this, like, business leaders conference? Because my dad was really good at his job when he was an executive. And so my mom told me this, and dude, oh my god, I hope they post that to the internet. I want to see it so fucking bad. Like, my dad, at this point, cannot hide how fucking insane he is. If he gets up on a stage and starts talking to people about how he's Jewish, dude, I want to see that so bad. Oh, it'd be so funny. Oh my god, it'd be so fucking funny. I really hope they post it. You have no idea how bad I want to see that shit.
Time and oxygen are running out.
Did the person you described have a normal job? So my dad had a normal job before he got fucked up on it was meth, not heroin. Already been an hour. I think we're gonna dip out of this mission. We can switch to a different frame, perhaps. Gonna have a bar mitzvah? Maybe. Get cool dad on stream. I have not spoken with my father in many years, and I do not plan on it. He started doing drugs. My dad is the kind of person who I think just gets addicted to things super easily. Like, me personally, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I already have an addiction problem to soda. Like, I think that I'm just probably genetically predisposed because of my dad. So, I just don't want to fuck with it, right? I just don't want to fuck with it. We're not touching that shit. Soda, true. My dad, I think at his peak, was probably fucked up on like 6 substances at the same time. I'm not even kidding. Like, what? Alcohol for sure. Weed, meth, Adderall. Fuck, what else? Probably Xanax, if my brother Holton's to be believed. There's just like a bunch of shit out of the womb with poison resistance. Deadass. Dude, I gotta fucking... Hold on, I gotta crack my fucking door open. The AC here doesn't fucking work. I'm tired. Jesus Christ, I gotta fucking vent my room. It's like a fucking volatile mission in here. I'm gonna fucking overheat and mission failure when I pass out on my desk. Anyway. Did you do ECA yet? Yes, I have. Okay. Anyways. Cold water sucks. Interesting opinion. Interesting opinion. Trying to get how did we get here? You know, genuinely. Microwave hallway? Fucking maybe, bro. Maybe. Just take off the fursuit. I don't know how Texan furry... Okay, it rolled into another... That's so fucking cringe. How... Okay. Are there any Texas furries in chat right now? Are there any Texas furries? Are there any Texas furries? If so, how the fuck do you do it? If you have a fursuit, how do you pull that shit off? I'm dying without one. Just a Cali furry? I guess southern furries in general. Or am I too woke? What does that mean, Cool Freddy? Do you mean like Nestle? And ignoring it? Well, like I said, the air conditioning in my apartment's not even bad. I just don't think it works in my room. Poodle the shit out of it? What the fuck does poodle the shit out of it mean?
If lost upon the plains outside
Is that...
Cetus, you may derive
Oh, is that like if you weren't wearing like your full suit? Is that what that means? I had to think about it for a second. Show some skin? Okay, yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense. I trained my body. Here, I wear, like, okay. Maybe I'm weird for this. I'm willing to acknowledge that up front. Oh, you know what? Hold on. We gotta do the sortie. We gotta do the sortie. Hold on. I'm gonna switch to Rhino. I've also been wanting to play him more lately. So, whenever I go out in public, I don't like to have a lot of my, like, skin showing. So I normally wear, like, long sleeves and, like, long pants and stuff like that. Moving to Texas, this has rapidly become a huge problem. But if I'm not wearing an outfit like that, I get very anxious very easily. So I'm just choosing to suffer with it. Or 3 Kuva. Not really, if you want my honest opinion, but, you know, we're just fucking around. We're just having a ball. White hats, motherfucker. embrace the short. It feels wrong. If you can see like my legs or my arms, just something about it makes me really uncomfortable. So I just have to I have to wear basically, you know, have my full body covered, say from like my hands and my face.
Multiple biosignatures detected. We've got
If my shirt has no collar, okay.
enemy is on high.
What kind of collar are we talking here?
Enter the holding
What kind?
area.
Sorry,
Execution
I hate
sequence.
my skin. Thank you, Cool Fazul. Also, hey, Cool Kid, welcome,
The
BN.
hostage is almost out of time. Hurry. The bypass is done.
Drumstick thighs. Damn. You know, there's a market for the drumstick thighs these days.
We've reached the prison. Find our
Anyways.
prisoner in one of these cells.
I'm sorry, I can't be saying these things.
Thank the stars, not a minute too soon.
God damn it. I'm not saying I'm part of the target market. You can calm down.
Costs. The juggernaut has moved on.
Every time I can. I don't like the feeling of denim, honestly.
Hurts. Help.
Try getting lighter shirts. I mean, that could probably... I imagine that could help.
Need a weapon.
I don't wear shorts. You know, I can see that. As we're back. I feel like it depends on your confidence with hacking. Personally, I don't use it, but I can see the argument for it, for sure. Is the F-Flare reasonable?
The captive has been liberated. You will be rewarded for this, Tenno.
Okay, that reminds me. So, in my Discord, obviously we have the F-Slur banned. And so there's a user there who has this running joke where they can use the F-Slur to radio the secret moderator channel. Because it ends up in there's like a log for messages that get blocked. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like having it. I think it's super fucking creepy, but we needed to add it because there were people that were, like, ghost pinging people and shit like that, where you ping someone and then immediately delete the message to fuck with them and things like that. And we needed a record of those things so that we could deal with it accordingly. So there is a chat the moderators can see for if a message gets deleted or something. Like I said, I don't fucking like that it's there, but it kind of has to be. So, whenever a message with a blocked word gets blocked, it ends up in that chat. And so whenever they want to radio the mod channel, they just include the F-slur in their message, so it gets blocked and ends up there, which is honestly really fucking funny. What about my people? So this is a gag in one of my friends, Lucy, who's also bi. We've decided you're only allowed to say half of the F slur, but if you're with another bi person, you can take turns saying the full one. Calling all deadass. Okay, I'm gonna be honest with you all. Real talk. Every single queer person I know just uses that word, including me, and I have to be very cognizant on stream that I cannot say that shit. Hold on, can I build up the exponential damage? Come on, Jade Light, just fuck my shit up. Just give me a fucking more billion overguard. He wasn't feeling it. Very unfortunate. Check general? Uh-oh. Robin, what did you do? French? Oh no. Like I said, like, every person that I know who's queer uses that word because we all think it's funny. I think if someone actually called me that word, when she used to not use it, oh dear. But, like, I think that, like, if someone called me that word in real life, I wouldn't even find it offensive. I just think it's funny. Four of us, you know. Oh, all right. I have a question. Are there any French viewers in my chat right now? I kind of doubt it. I imagine it's probably not a great time for you all to be tuning into the stream. Is there anyone who's French in the chat? I guess Darce is here, and I'm pretty sure they're French.
Here is a terminal. Get me in and get ready to
I'm too used to it. Yeah. Quebec? That's unfortunate. You little bastard.
take a moment.
I am not French. Good ending. He's gonna ban you? I see 2 confirmed French people so far. Is this an Eczema stronghold? I might have not been paying attention, but relying on Rhino Stomp is actually just the wrong decision. Bomb. gonna make that joke? No, I'm not. I was just curious. But yeah, like, I will say, whenever I'm on stream, I have to be very, like,
Working on it.
cognizant, like, do not say that word. Do not say that word. Because, like, YouTube won't give a shit if I'm allowed to say it or not. They're just gonna be like, hey, don't do that shit. Spanish here, welcome. Okay, just as a question, Spanish is in, like, from the company, or the company, what the fuck am I saying? The country Spain, what the fuck am I talking about? As in from the country Spain, or as in you were from a country that speaks Spanish? I'm just curious. Stab got away.
Area completed. Move
Orbital
on.
pan laser. Corporate Spanish. I'm from Spain. Hell yeah. Spain, the country. That reminds me, fucking, my cousin Nick one time said, life is like cock and ball torture without the cock and balls in front of his dad, and his dad just raised an eyebrow and went, so just torture. Like, he totally missed it was supposed to be a joke.
Upload me and prepare to defend.
From
I'm in,
Paris.
Tenno.
You know, that's
This will
fair.
take a moment.
I will say though, nothing from my cousin Nick will ever beat. Okay, I think I've told this story before, but for those of you who haven't heard it, I'm gonna say it again because it's so fucking funny. So, there was one time that I was in a voice call with Nick, my brother Hunter, and me, obviously, and we were all just hanging out, and Nick just was like kind of zoning out, and he just went, "It's so sad Steve Jobs died of Ligma," and my brother Hunter just replies, "Who the hell is Ligma?" To which Nick replies, "Steve Jobs," and then just goes, "Wait a minute," and we all break down laughing. Fucking Steve Jobs. That has to be the best Nick quote of all time. It's so fucking funny.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Steve Jobs. We still quote that shit all the fucking time. Oh my god. Who up Steving they jobs? The best part to me is that it wasn't pre-planned. Hunter just said, "Who the hell is Ligma?" and it broke Nick's, like, cognitive track because he wasn't expecting that response. No, a Warframe queer creator. I don't doubt there are probably several. I mean, it's something I don't really talk about too much. I think I mentioned a few times in my videos that I have a boyfriend, like, when it's relevant, but I don't try to, like, broadcast it necessarily. Then again, I won't lie. It's relevant enough that it's no fucking secret. Like, it does come up quite a bit.
Drop me in and defend that position.
But I'm not, like, Rob or anything, right? I don't, like, make that, like, a major
I'm in, Tenno.
cornerstone of my internet persona necessarily. Thank you, Truth. I love the 30% or 25%, whatever it is, parkour velocity speed increase. We need Gay Arrow next Pride. Well, I mean, we will have the dateable one, right? The Devil's Triad member, Leon, I think his name is.
Still working on it. Continue to defend.
Yeah, taking Rhino for this might have not been the best idea, purely because I can't really use Rhino Stomp for jack shit. We'll turn you all straight. You know, I guess we'll have to see. Out of the Gooner meta. Hey, cool kid, what's up? Welcome, Link. Have more speed or parkour velocity. You know, I feel like I'd go with speed, personally. Speedy's nuts. I don't know. I think there was a joke in there somewhere. I just had to pre-move it as a just in case.
The odds were against us, Tenno. But we
Pay
did
to
it.
win foot job? She still has no feet! A what? She just got a job at that point. She's just giving you employment. You what? I'm pretty sure she still has no feet like regular Wisp. Therapy paw job under the table. Oh, fuck no. Oh, fuck no. Just the flattest ass ever. You know, I will say this. I am glad, right? We have plenty of stuff in this game that's gooner for, like, lesbians or straight men. Shout out Liger for giving us Sevagoth Prime for the gay men. What the actual fuck? Look at this shit. What the fuck? How did this get added? I'm sorry. Nezha and Styanax. Okay, Styanax Deluxe, that's fair. I guess Nezha I've never really noticed anything, but interception with assault rifle only. That's pretty cringe. Stop talking about gooning, you freak. I'm sorry, Wimmy. I didn't mean to offend your sensibilities. Rebecca's a gooner just like us. Real talk? Yeah, probably. Atlas Deluxe. He's like a... What do you mean, Jalapeno? He's a rock! He's like a fucking... He's a boulder!
Crucial enemy intelligence. Capture the towers and decode any incoming messages.
I'm not gay, then. I'm just talking about how big his fucking thighs are. I don't think any... Like, real talk. I don't get people finding Warframes hot. I just don't get it. Like, if you do, you know, to each their own. I know that this world has many Darth Muffins, right? I don't get it. I just don't get it. You got banned from Region for saying Clanker? That's pretty fucking funny. I know the elevator skip. I guess I'm not 100% sure what you're referring to. You just mean like going up the elevator shaft? Spicy. This is Draco. Thank you for the 5, Torn. Sevagoth Prime size if you think he got into the Krabby Patty Vault. He's moments away from exploding. Does Clanker include Ortis? Yeah, Clank. All robots are Clankers, even him. Shit, I forgot to... Hold on. I need to like... I forgot to do the other one too. Shit. Resets you at the top. Oh, okay. Interesting. I actually did not know that. You would think that I would, considering how long I played this game, but I never thought to do that. Technically a guy, though. He's an ex-guy. He used to be a guy. My condolences, such is the case. I have very high range on my Rhino right now, though, so... Okay, I don't have any galvanized stacks active, and this guy's really fucking with me. I have my Radial 1 gas proc. Only say Clanka. That reminds me of the driller bit in his DRG video. And he can't be called a Clanker. I mean, he's like the digitized consciousness of someone. So that includes Freddy Fazbear. I'm sorry, Freddy. I didn't mean to offend you. Is the sentience? I mean, I kind of, but then there's also like the Corpus Proxies, right? Like MOAs and stuff. Oh my god. I think this is interesting. Yeah, would you call them Clankers? I love seeing like people posting just funny shit on Reddit from like the AI Wars subreddit, where it's like AI artists are being dehumanized, and it's like, dude, what the fuck? Like, people are out here like, this is just like Nazi Germany. What the fuck are you saying, bro? Clanker is my word. You know, fair enough, Cool Pazool. Artist? Yeah, exactly. I was like, let's back up here, brother. How was that guy still hacking the tower? He was fucking suspended midair. That's not even fair. Fuck you. Are interesting? True. I like how cool Ropa Lolis 369 just has a floppa profile picture. Not so funny anymore, is it? Yeah. Dude tweets, I hate clankers, and some idiot on Twitter is like, now replace clankers with the N-word. Not so funny now, is it? Dude, Twitter's the type of place where you can tweet, I love black people, and some guy will just be like, now replace love black people with hate black people. Not so funny now, is it? I'm so glad I was never someone who was like my social media vice is Reddit.
They are broadcasting.
I'm so glad I was never a Twitter person.
Enemy who never
The
receives
flop
it.
all over this next patch? Let's fucking go.
Tower
What the
captured.
clanker? People use it as a pejorative for AI. People train the AI. This is all partly our fault. I will say this. So, we're AI trained off of people's content, yes. But I wouldn't say that it's, like, collectively people's fault, because the vast majority of content AI trained on was not consensual.
Tower captured. Beginning
Oh,
stream
so you hate
decode now.
pancakes? Yeah, deadass. Not so funny anymore, is it? Indeed. Relax, liberal. It's called
We are
spooky
dominant.
humor.
Keep it up.
I should become evil and start doing an iron shrapnel nuke build. That's what I really need. Get banned in region chat. Theft and plagiarism. I mean, functionally, yes. Like at all. I will say this. When it comes to AI, there is an interesting case, I think, to be made for predictive AI, right? Like, I saw some interesting stuff in medicine where they were, like, showing it x-rays and it was able to detect certain, like, bone diseases and stuff early by picking up on patterns that were imperceptible to humans and things like that. Like, I think that there's stuff there. But when it comes to, like, generative AI and, like, large language models and stuff like that, it really just encourages laziness. Like, I think that it's kind of fucked up that, like, automation is taking away creativity before anything mundane. Like, alright, we're gonna get just the tiniest bit political when I say this. I think that if robots take away jobs nobody wants to fucking do, I don't really think it's that big of a problem. But it's taking away the things people do want to do. I don't know, I could see a future where, like, robots work, like, fast food jobs or like as gas station workers or something like that, and nobody cares because nobody wants to do those jobs. And maybe there's like a universal basic income or some shit at that point to offset, you know, the job market impact of that, like a tax on robots to fund it or something. But generative AI is just taking from creative people, and it's like, what the fuck? Why are we losing this first? Thank you for the $2, Mr. Phil Jr. AI can be used to make better criminal portraits. Oh, do you mean for, like, police sketches? I suppose I could see that. Then again, I guess I don't know if it's, like... I don't know enough about forensics to say. That's not even forensics, is it? Stupid as fuck. I mean, that depends, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it kinda still is. She's gonna do Jeff the... I mean, Jane the kill you? Real. Taxes? Yeah, literally, that's the type of shit that's happening right now. It fucking sucks. That is far more effective. Here's the thing. I think the vast majority of robots are not humanoid, but people have an obsession with humanoid robots. I think because of fiction. Is Freddy Fazbear a clanker? He's one of the good ones. The AI summary is saying clanker, bro? Oh no. Draw her living a happy life. Okay.
Not only have we
Important oh wow, I got an affinity booster? This sucks. Is Vision a clanker? Like from Marvel? Is Vision a clanker? Stop calling me a clanker. Yes? Damn, that's rough. I guess we were people. I think the current chat consensus, cool OTAC 369, is no. Also, why the fuck is there a cool OTAC? What brought you into existence? If you're hateful enough, true. Freddy Clank Bear? Oh no. Where is cool Yowie Lloyd? I wonder if my new neighbors can hear me and just think I'm a fucking lunatic. Cool Clippy 369? That would go hard. That Atlas was hot? Oh, because of the fucking rocks? Wait, Jalapeno, is that you? I'm talking about this skin. You want to fuck this. You want to... Listen to me. Listen to me. This. Just so we're on the same page. This. Look at the ass. I kind of can't because of the portrait. Hold on. My colors are going to mess with this. Oh, I have a... Hold on. Do I have like a... Just take this shit off. No one cares.
Ordis has been counting stars, operator.
You know, I can see the vision, but it's still a rock. It's still a fucking rock. It's still a rock. I can see the vision, it's still a rock. Look at the rest of him. Dude, he's so fucking top-heavy. No one kinked shame the Jimosi. Real talk, I don't get that shit either. It's gonna shred your... You're gonna shred your dick. And I don't complain. Okay, but is she top heavy because she's built like a fucking boulder? You seen those armpits? Okay, now we're taking it too far. Celios, now we're taking it too far. I like pain, but like a rock? Like a rock. You would totally take the challenge? You know, I could see that. Oh my god. I haven't streamed in like what, 2 weeks? I forgot that I just can't with you people sometimes. What should I do next? I don't think we got anything fun here quite yet. Arachnophilia? Oh, calm the fuck down. We are degens. Trust me, I can tell. Robin, are you still here? If Robin's still here, that's when it's at its worst. Robin is the biggest degenerate I know. Like, easily. It's not even fucking close. No? Wait. Yeah. So people who are regulars are scared. If I say Robin 3 times in the mirror, she'll manifest into the chat. Robin terrifies all of us, I think. There are certain quotes from Robin that live rent-free in my head. I don't think I can repeat without getting fucking banned. Genuinely, they're that bad. There are some that are that fucking bad. What's wrong? Robin is the most unabashedly horny person I've ever met in my entire fucking life. Robin is also my girl foe. I said that if I had a boyfriend, and naturally for balance, I needed a girl foe, and she agreed to provide that service. Thanks for the suggestion, chat. Hell yeah. Hello, beautiful person. Welcome, sci-fi. I am now a fellow southerner. This shit sucks. I don't live in Florida, though. That's probably more difficult for you. You're in the fucking swamp. What service does a girl foe provide? She's my #1 op. She's always there to be my #1 hater. You in Georgia? Sci-fi. I'm not saying this to be a dick, but did you see the stream title? Oh, you moved to... Oh, yeah, you did move to Georgia. Right. That's what you meant. I completely forgot that you had moved. Oh, Barrow's coming. Real life Blight Town. Eat chicken and waffles? No. I will not part with my Midwestern accent. I will pronounce the letter T like the letter D until the day I fucking die. You can't stop me. usurp Robin as your number one. I don't know if you can. Robin has been watching my streams for fucking ever, and she has been giving me grief ever since. I had to place a ban on the word breast milk because of Robin. I don't think it's still in effect, but like that should tell you the kind of person we're dealing with. Let her speak. Free her. Robin's not, like, muted or anything. I just don't think she's here. Oh, breast milk? Yeah, so it seems like it's not in effect. He's perfectly fine with me. Real talk, I think Sab is, like... Sab is a different beast. Like, Sab is the kind of person where I genuinely wonder if he's actually fucking crazy sometimes. Like, I think Sab is the good kind of crazy, but I still wonder if he's actually fucking nuts. Sab's cool, though. Nursing what? Yeah, that's the thing that I said that that's the thing that I said or one of the things I feel like I can't repeat without getting banned. We're chatting about you together. I feel like that's alarming. I feel like Sab would tell you how much of an awful co-host I was on Drip or Drown. The 9/11 subscribers? Shit, you know, that's fair, actually. That's a pretty high honor, if you ask me. And in terms of craziness, like, okay, Sab is crazy in, like, the funny way. But he's not, like, disconnected from reality crazy. My dad is the kind of person who's, like, the dangerous kind of crazy. Sab is crazy in the, like, the funny kind of way. I just accidentally bumped my headphone volume wheel, and my game has been really quiet for me for a while. Whoops. Uva Siphon on Sedna Assassinate. Interesting. If it's expired, why is it... Whatever. Help Clem. Isn't Sab also a furry? Not that I'm aware. You still haven't told me what gooning is? Yeah, I never will. Dude, I saw a comment on one of my videos. Hold on, shit. I think I sent this to Sab. Wait. Let me just go find this. I think I DM'd it to him. Hold on. Yeah, okay.
Ordis has been counting stars, operator. All accounted for.
Oh my god. I doubt Stuckmud is here right now. I really hope, or I really want him to see this. Because this also involves, Suckmut, Nova, Umbral, and Sab are involved in this comment. I know I sent it to Sab. I should send it to Suckmut if I haven't already. I think he'd think it's funny. This. I'm just gonna read this. Your real gimmick is that you're a furry in the Warframe community. Could give you a real edge, so on and so forth. And then just, there are many other furries like Nova Umbral or Sabuchi or Suckmut. And just, I don't think any of these people are furries. Sabuchi being in here threw me for a fucking loop. Justice League to cameo in it. If you've got something that that you want me to read, yeah, feel free. Or like if you want me to help you out with it. And yeah, I don't think Suckmut's a furry either. I can see where that conception would come from. Nova is horny as fuck for Umbreon and Renamon, so I think that one, there's a chance. There's a chance. Sabuchi? I'm gonna go with no. I don't see it. Also, yeah, that was cool, Hun Hao. That is true. Isn't Trib a scaly? Isn't that Trib's lore? Is that Trib is a scaly? Because I know that there was the fucking thing that got commissioned. Dude, that was years ago, though. For what? The Pokemon Umbreon, like anthropomorphized versions of Umbreon, and the Digimon Renamon. There are screenshots that I have been sent of Nova just going fucking feral. It is some crazy shit. Maybe Sci-Fi can attest to this. I don't know if he's seen it. I have seen screenshots of Nova going fucking feral, bro. There's proof? Yes, there's proof. I'd have to dig through my DMs to find it. Hold on, shit. Let me look. Let me see if I can find the Nova Umbral situation is insane. Hold on, as image. There's so much fucking insane shit in here. Hold on. Oh god damn it. They weren't in... Okay, I thought that I had this saved in my DMs with someone. I don't think I do. I think they were posted in a like Nova's Discord or something. Son of a bitch. There's no way I'm gonna be able to find it again then. If it was posted in like Nova's Discord or Shiro's Discord or something, there's no fucking hope of finding it. Do inflation? Oh hell no. Hold on. Viewers in the chat are reacting to recent stream content, including discussions about breast milk, potential bans, and comparisons between streamers. What the fuck? Very unfortunate. Why do I have to like this game, bruh? True. I don't know what Nova's doing these days. Me neither. I don't talk to Nova very much. It was in Nova server. My friend Carp has records of it too. Okay, good to know. I thought I had the screenshots on hand. Who's breast milking on main? No one. Ideally, no one. There's other... Oh no. Is my goat still washed? I don't know what to do. I'm just sitting here looking at the world state window. Like, damn, there's certainly a lot of stuff on here. And I don't give a shit about any of it. You know what I could do? Not public. Ooh, hell no, not public. It's just the first step. Shit. I think that's just called denial. Alright, we're pulling up.
You flaunted your rot, and your bandmates paid the
You can't stop me. Salios, please, no. No, Salios. Are furries actually into bestiality? No. This is... I feel like that's a really weird misconception, right? Like, I have several friends that are furries, and I feel like people just don't understand that there is, like, a difference. There's a few steps between being a furry and being that. Are you officially in a different state? Yes. That's hypnotist Sappho shit? Yeah, for real. From Frederick Knudsen. That is a very interesting video. Though it's I feel like it's a lot more about just like furry history. I fucking love Down the Rabbit Hole though. His recent video, Liquid Gas, I've become a Bose-Einstein condensate.
The technot known as Flair is a fugitive, a degenerate, and a vile musician.
Degenerate, relatable. The most like recent Down the Rabbit Hole on the Skyrim unofficial patch is fucking wild, dude. I had no idea about Arthmore and his crazy shit.
When you couldn't even help your bandmates.
Trying to get under my skin? You of all people should know that my skin is much thicker than it used to be.
What's your favorite rock? I'm gonna go with... That's not technically a rock. I was gonna say ice, but ice is a mineral, not a rock. Of the ARC subreddit moderators? Oh, okay. As the girlies would say, spill the tea, sis. What's oh that fucking hurt me to say. I'm sorry. What's going on with the ARC subreddit moderators? Jesus Christ, they're minerals. It hurt to hear. Never say that again, please. I hate that guy. It is. Arthmore's in control of basically all of them. Why are there so many furries in the Warframe sphere? I've honestly wondered the same for a long time. Like, even back before we had characters like Varuna and Chroma Prime, the game just always attracted that kind of audience. I don't really know how to explain it. God Complex Rampage? That's wild. That kind of reminds me of like the Telluric crash out that happened in the Warframe community. I had one guy comment on the iceberg recently claiming that I was like being cowardly by not covering that situation in depth. But I'm gonna be honest, I just thought that the drama stuff on the iceberg fucking sucked. I didn't enjoy any of it. By extension, furries. You know, perhaps. Your op drifter cosmetics. Great, that already exists. It's the Barrow earpiece. I mean, unless you want something more official. Eerie? Okay, I'm sorry. Why would you want my opinion on this? I'm not a lesbian. Or... Okay, hold on. Rose, paging resident lesbian. Rose, are you still here?
Shut down this shameful insolence at once.
Warpzul knows where it's at. And or a tail. Well, I guess we have a tail with the Varuna ephemera too. It will all go wrong, kind of. Okay, Cat Ear Signa would be fucking diabolical, dude. Holy shit. And the transgender furry who draws Yuri. Okay, hold on. What was the specific question? Let me scroll up. Hold on, you gotta give me a second. Yeah. Can you share your opinion on Citrine X Daggett Yuri? Have a good night, funny character, man. At least you have recognized I'm not a Bobcat sci-fi. But good night. How much? Sorry, I thought that my fucking chat was blanking. Like, I wonder. I just would be apocalyptic? Yeah, deadass. Large nerd. How will they kiss without faces? That's a good point, actually. I didn't even think about that. 3 million. Oh my god, he's selling Fibonacci! Doomed Yuri?
Let's flare. What real vocals sound like? Release the screamer.
Imagine your official job title is Screamer. I love the voice lines for the Screamer, dude. Was it Jake Bowen or Mark that did the Screamer? I want to say it was Jake Bowen. Because I think Mark was Flair. Just release. Dude, imagine it's like you're looking at like Indeed at like job offers, right? And it's like, you know, like shift lead at like McDonald's or something, right? Like overnight work at the factory, and then just Scaldra Screamer on the fucking Indeed listings. And it's like, that's your official job title, dude. It's fucking Scaldra Screamer. Is sad, TBH. It does kind of bum me out, but I do absolutely love Lamenting the Days. I don't think we should talk about this anymore, Julio. I think this is where this ends. With additional voices. They've said on streams before who it is. I'm pretty sure it's Jake Bowen. With my sleep aid power, or does that make you stronger, or like out the voice lines? Okay, idea. New Peculiar mod. Like Peculiar Audience, kind of, but now it's the Screamers lines will randomly play. Not a separate credit line. I guess that's fair. Ow. About the Screamer. Yeah, just have the Screamer as the official vocalist. At the next TennoCon. Hell yeah. Do you guys remember that one year that Neff Anyo's voice actor went to TennoCon and brought a pair of mannequin legs painted to look like Thursby? That shit was so funny. Still a huge missed opportunity that Rager and Neff didn't talk to each other in Mirror Defense, by the way. They're the same voice actor. Like, they could have done it. I feel let down. I feel let down. It's weird. A lot of people told me on Weird and Obscure stuff that I only got staggered by the speaker in this part when I said that Mesa can be staggered in her 4 but not knocked down because I was using the augment. And I feel like it should be exceedingly clear that I was not using the augment.
Hear that? They still want more.
Just give me a temple piece that's not the fucking helmet. I still need one for the goddamn wall. Isn't he dead? In Mirror Defense? No. At that point in the story, he's still alive. From the Tenno concert, I was glad that they did Shut It Down. I think Shut It Down is a fun song, and I wasn't sure if they do it because of the very, you know, screamo sort of vocal parts to it. Gregor Limbus Company? Oh no, don't say that shit in front of Idan, please. I can't escape Limbus even in my own fucking chat. Abilities too. It's weird, yeah. The one that I find the most strange is the Scaldra tank. When the Scaldra tank rolls in, it staggers you through a bunch of status immunities. Despite the lack of faces. You know, reasonable. We all know Daggeth's real love is Ricali. Have you tried AC? I only use DC. Did Steve and Reb play? Steve did Smiles of Duran on his guitar as an opening, and then Reb was the bassist. Limbo solo level cap win? I don't know. Ask Sci-Fi to do it. I guess it's the Glenn. Perhaps? Perhaps. Does Glenn even still work on Warframe, or is he on Soulframe now?
Send in a screamer.
Irritates me. Yeah, I feel you there. I first noticed it on Titania because it staggered me through my 1, and I was like, what the fuck? Okay. Speaking of, Prime Sure-Footed Brain Rot. My friend Phoenix had Prime Sure-Footed on Titania. And they were like, well, it's so I don't bump things. And I'm like, Phoenix, hold your first ability. It makes you status immune. Take that shit off. There was someone in my Discord who posted a Gauss build with Prime Sure-Footed on too, and I just did not have the heart to tell him Gauss's 2 makes you immune. I just didn't have the heart to fucking tell him. It was annoying though. Personally, it doesn't bother me that much because I constantly recast it just to upkeep Razorwing Blitz. That's where Thermal Sunder goes. Over your 1? You're keeping Lantern? Really? I feel like Spellbind is so useful for the status immunity. What the fuck? My brother Hunter just sent me a screenshot. My friend May is streaming Ride a Minecart into 18 pregnant Sonics. And he just said, is this a Cool Kid reference? Fuck you, Hunter. If you're watching this, fuck you. Is a decent subsumes. I'm gonna be honest with you, I just totally disagree. Gauss's 2 is insanely good. I would never get rid of it. If I'm going to get rid of anything on Gauss, it's probably his 1 or his 3, and even then I don't think you should get rid of them. Gauss's 2 makes you invincible to 6 damage types. It gives you stagger immunity. That's some rough shit. Let me play the childbirth QTE again. Well, considering I showed on the last stream, you don't actually have to participate and you'll still win. What did I come here for again? I don't remember. Right, I wanted to see if I could buy the rest of the temple pieces outright. I can. I'm free! I'm free! I don't gotta do this shit no more. Actually, hold on. I want the poster too. And you know what? Yeah, I also want the capture receipt. Anyways. And passive activity. I mean, true. It's actually, like, very deep, because it's like the child's coming no matter what. Will bypass the minimum. I mean, that's true. I know about the Gauss, like, exploit, but I still don't I consider that to be, like, abusing a bug, personally. It's definitely not an intentional mechanic. Then again, like, there are some that I, like, you know, like, Harrow, Arcane, Ice Storm, Forbidden Technology, but the Gauss literal immortality bug is, like, a bridge too far for me. Well, I need an Argon Crystal. You know what that means.
All set.
Smooching on Megatar. What is this Harrow tech? Harrow has this very bizarre thing where if you have an enemy that is caught in Harrow's 1, every time you shoot them, they will contribute a stack to Arcane Ice Storm. There is no way this is intentional.
You are here.
Oh, that was so bright. Oh, I fucking hate loading into void missions. Oh, that hurt. Oh, that fucking hurt. They fix this stuff sooner. I think that there are some bugs that, if left in the game, can make things better. It depends. Like, oh, okay, shit. A big one for me is actually Corvex's Augment. Used Crucible, if you had high enough parkour velocity, allowed you to roll, which wasn't intentional. But they ended up making that a feature, where they lowered your parkour velocity, but now rolling is a feature of the Augment, just slower. And I think that, like, stuff like that is cool. But yeah, there are some bugs. Like, the Gauss Immortality bug, I'm surprised hasn't been fixed. Yeah, fights in all missions was also a bug, that's true. I think DE has turned several neat bugs into, like, cool features, but the Gauss Immortality one, I am shocked that's still in the game, honestly. Ultimate trolling build. I do love evil builds involving mind control. If they'll ever look into it. I don't think they're ever gonna fix multiplicative like condition overload, just because it's such a big mechanic for so many weapons that I don't feel like it would be worth it for them, I guess. Like, it would go over really poorly, let me put it that way. Another one. Come on, Stalker. Face me, you bitch. Face me, Jedi. I don't think anyone here is going to get that reference. Zaku boosting tech.
Mission complete.
Banish and switch teleport in public missions. You are a bad person. Fuck with that. I mean, maybe? I don't really know. I don't know, Rose, am I safe to watch this clip on stream? Am I okay to click on this on stream or no? I gotta make sure I'm not... May's streams are a little wild. I gotta make sure it's not too bad. Alright, well I can now start building temple, I guess. I just needed an extra one for the wall and never got around to it, but... I just realized, why does temple require basically no Holvania resources? We have the experimental arc relays, the Techrot motherboard, and the pitchweave fragments. Never mind. I guess that's actually better than I thought. Okay, you know what? Fuck it, hold on. I hope this isn't too loud. Oh, it's just May geeking. Okay, I'll have to watch that full clip later. I think people like hearing it will probably just want to kill themselves. Well, now that this is in progress, I have nothing to do once more. Hold on, how long have I been live for? Just about 2 hours. Okay, that's not too bad. You hate Atlas? No. I actually quite like Atlas. He's a funny guy. Wait, forward manifestation? Oh my god.
Knock, knock.
Now, who would be knocking all the way out here? Operator, I don't think you should answer that.
Oh my word. You know what? You know what? Maybe I should just do this. Maybe I should just like play a Duviri. Do you hate us? That depends. Is Sheev worth the effort to get? In my opinion, not really. So when you're referring to Zymos, what part of its extra projectiles got fixed? Because I know the multiplicative acuity thing got fixed, but obviously that affected a lot more than just it. Loadout? I don't have the loadout anymore, no. What frame do you hate the most? I don't think there's any that I necessarily hate. I don't know. That's a tough question. We're going to Duviri. We're going home. I feel like Styanax is probably the best. Clown job? Oh my god. Oh my god. This is probably fine. Backstow Prime. Over. I hate this thing. Full disclosure. Shiny Doggo. I don't know what you're referring to. I feel like maybe I should keep Argo and Vel. I do fuck with Argo and Vel heavy. Also, maybe this is like common knowledge. I just forget that you can customize your melee weapon here. I've never really bothered with it, but like I just forget that this is like a feature. Is that the energy color or like the emissive color? No, what the fuck affects the color of the shield? Do I have to just click on it? Huh. Wait, it's... Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm in the accessory tab. Huh, still not changing. You can what? Okay, maybe this is a weird and obscure moment. A plot of land. That would take fucking forever. When you refer to the Zymos, is that like the whole squaring crit bonuses thing? I thought that was still in the game. It's still on the wiki, I know that. I'm assuming you're referring to the squaring crit bonuses thing it did.
Go out
If that got fixed, I'm surprised it's still on the wiki. Because I checked that literally just like yesterday.
Being in all Duviri should be you.
Now watch the credits in the cave. I mean, I could. I do know where they are. Trigger Pistolier. It can trigger a lot of arcanes. The credits. We're pulling up. Am I on Colorbo's hold? Just out of the box? Okay, shit. The Goon Cave. Is the warden here?
Sybil lived a
Hold on.
timorous life.
Okay.
Usually, she was too scared to act.
The prisoner seems to think you and he have unfinished business.
Inverted and not registered. Yeah, it's on the new wiki too. I checked them both. I went to look because if Colorbo, like, or if the warden is not there, that means Colorbo is going to be a main objective. I don't know why I tried to block that. That's not a blockable attack. Beat his ass. Beat his ass. Beat his out. Beat his ass. Beat his ass. Bye. You know what? Fuck it. We're committing. I'm taking no decrees. And I'm gonna fight Colorbo. If the game will let me. I don't remember if this is the one that requires decrees
I
recommend.
keep him locked up here for his own safety, and that of all Duviri. Care to find out why?
Any theories for the Oberon rework? Not really.
Done
Okay, why is her...
Surely
Did you
there will be
hurry it up, bitch?
consequences.
She's blocking me. I just hope that the negative about his 3 doesn't drain energy per ally anymore.
Extinguish his spirit as I once did.
Oh, Oh, he was just gonna stay invisible. Okay, fair enough, I guess. Alright, lock in, lock in. Duviri's camera has been bugged for ages, and if you lock on... What the f... He just canceled his attack. Oh, he did the fucking... I hate the slide kick. Real talk, though, I do really like this boss. Colorbo is very cool. If you fight him without decree so you don't just melt him, he's a fun boss. Become the Gooner? Oh, hell no. In Warframe? Yes. There's a lot of cool stuff with Colorbo, too. Like, if he does his little, like, fan of knives attack, you can parry the knives back into him. And he also has certain, like, multiplayer exclusive attacks. Why is he over there? Like, if you're in multiplayer, Colorbo can use Collective Curse and link you to your teammates. Yeah, Colorbo's one of my favorite bosses in the entire game. He's up there with, like, the Fragmented one. I quite like Colorbo.
He feels your wrath, Drifter. Yes, continue.
Gotta love it. Ah, okay. That I can see that just being an oversight on their part then, yeah. And then yeah, when he gets his elemental imbuement, you can even, like, if he throws his knives at you, you can proc, like, electric or heat or what have you on him by parrying them. He's a very neat boss. Ah, God, I hate the fucking slide kick. I can never react to it. Like, Colorbo has certain attacks that are very parryable. And that one can be parried. I could just never see it coming. Because he can do stuff like that, where he'll, like, slide into you and then backflip. He's very tricky sometimes. I'm just lucky enough that I sidestepped at that time. What are you on about? You know, I actually asked people on my community tab what their favorite boss was, and the Sergeant was the one that appeared the most, like, overwhelmingly. And it was kind of sad to me, because, like, a lot of people were like, yeah, the Sergeant's my favorite because he's the easiest to grind, and it's like, damn, people just don't want to, like, fight the bosses. There was a... Colorbo? Is he, like... spectating? Wait, he just... Bro? Okay, alright. Smaller combat arena, I guess. Can I pick this up? Oh, no, okay. Oh, this is rough as fuck. I got baited. He keeps... Is he bugged? You guys notice that? Whenever he goes for his, like, fan of knives attack, he keeps canceling it into his, like, overhead, like, spin around overhead swing. Is he bugged? Well, I just shot him out of it that time. Oh, nope, that is not blockable. Why did that knock me over? What the fuck?
Just one more defeat amongst
There's you, hell yeah.
When, oh when, shall you learn this most obvious of lessons?
Hot takes one. I kind of want to make a video out of that at some point, honestly. It was fun. Alongside Florid. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you. I think that, to an extent, invincibility phases are a necessary evil. Like, it's something like that or damage attenuation. Because oftentimes, if we don't have invincibility or attenuation, there's just no boss fight. Like, Tactical Potato did a video on damage attenuation, and I have my gripes with it, honestly, but there was a... Something that he says is, like, I think that, like, you know, DE needs to give us bosses with more interesting mechanics instead of just pumping them full of attenuation. And it's like, we have bosses with more interesting mechanics, like the Ropa-Low list, and nobody likes them. I don't think Potato realizes the boss he's describing when he requests something like that is the Ropa-Low list, and people fucking hate the Ropa-Low list. I don't know, there are a lot of bosses in this game that rely on, like, certain, or, like, mechanics over just damage, and then there are bosses that rely on you dealing a shit ton of damage. We have both. They're just different approaches. Like, one of the ones that I also find kind of weird is that, like, his complaints often stem from, or, like, he talks about how it's, like, specifically, like, the high-level bosses, like the secret bosses that have the problem of attenuation being really aggressive. And while that's true, they're supposed to take a while to kill because they're the secret bosses. I feel like it's fair to admit that this problem mostly affects a piece of content where it's supposed to take a really long time. I want to see if he can do the fan of knives thing. Kilometer-long walk. I mean, you're also invincible for most of your boss fight, but... yeah, he's not doing it. He'll start the attack, and then he'll just go into his sword again. Huh, I wonder if one of Colorbow's moves is just not working. That's unfortunate. I loved the knife fan attack. That thing was cool as fuck. If I report it, DE won't fix it. Whenever I report bugs, they don't get fixed. I have to put it in weird and obscure. Maybe then they'll see it. Is the worst boss design ever. I mean, I see you there, but I feel like for the Apex bosses, it's supposed to be a war of attrition on some level. Like, can you continue the execution required to do them for an extended period, if that makes sense? Where? Oh, okay, he's over here. Can I just, like, bonk? Yeah, there we go. Just fucking slide kick him. I don't even care anymore. Sure, the crudes. Make and manage phone calls. Oh, shit, I'm gonna die. Bitch. Yeah, beat his ass. Beat his ass. Everybody's are spoiled. I'll say this. I don't think that attenuation is fine. I think it's a system that has some serious problems. Primarily that it gets abused. Like, there are a lot of enemies that have it that really shouldn't. And there's also a lot of, like, it's excessive in a lot of places, right? Like, the fragmented bosses, I think, are a good example. They just have an absurd amount of attenuation. Like, I remember I had a weapon, I was shooting them with, like, my burst on or something, and I think that my yellow crits were dealing, like, 14k damage per shot, and then my orange crits were 15k damage, and I think that's kind of ridiculous. But I get why it exists, because if they don't have any way to mitigate the damage they're taking, there's no boss fight. I feel like you can definitely implement that kind of mechanic in a way that's not as aggressive. Fortunately, though, Rebecca did confirm on, I think it was a dev short, they are going to be talking about attenuation on the next dev stream. That's the problem. I think that the attenuation bug is very egregious. If a mech or a dedicant or a babao or something gets the bug, they're fucking unkillable.
Think about what might come out of them. It's going to have to be you.
Creatures of the deep void are assaulting the
Tick notes on
undercroft
Saturn.
during
Oh, ones
rest.
that have like a limited window to attack them. I mean, that's
Seal
fair.
them up again. Or
My
worse,
big ass
those
Scion
cracks
blocking
may
my view.
emerge.
This is just like the Jordis
Can be
verdict
closed, but only if you collect enough ambient void energy.
on Ancient Death. So weird thing, the Overguard does go away when they die, but it goes away over the course of like 5 seconds. If you want my honest opinion, Ancient Protector should just not grant allies Overguard. I just don't think an enemy like that should exist. Like, the Severed Warden did it fine. I don't know why we had to reinvent the wheel and just make an enemy that's more poorly designed. Like, okay, weird thing.
Master will be freed.
If you have an allied Ancient Protector through a Spectre,
Close the
you don't get Overguard. They just give you 90% damage redirection, and the damage that you take that gets redirected into the Ancient heals them. Why don't they work like that for enemies? They'd be like a Guardian Eximus with the twist that the damage is redirected to heal the healer, or the Protector. That would be cool. But no, they give everyone near them Overguard for some fucking reason. I don't get it. So what's the bug for those who don't know? So, alright, here's an explanation for how this is supposed to work. So attenuation has what the wiki, I think, called a bucket system. So, think of it this way. When you attack an enemy, their bucket of attenuation fills up. So as you shoot them, the bucket of attenuation fills up and they resist your damage more and more. But the bucket has a leak, and your attenuation passively leaks out of the bucket. So, you know, it will hit a carrying capacity where the leak and the rate at which you fill the bucket are the same. And on top of that, if you don't attack them, their bucket will leak, and eventually your attenuation will wind down and go away. The bug is that the leak doesn't exist sometimes. Sometimes the bucket's not leaking at all, and the enemy will continue to adapt to your damage forever, and it never goes away. So you will have enemies. There was time I was playing Valkyr, fucking Valkyr, and my claws were red critting on a Dedicant for 63 damage. Like, this happens primarily on Dedicants and Necromechs, and when it happens, they are functionally immortal. You can't kill them a lot of the time. It's such an annoying bug, especially if it happens on, like, a mission-critical enemy. Fun time, yeah, it's so fucking annoying. The thing that bothers me, too, is that this bug has been in the game since they added the rogue mechs. Like, the damage attenuation bug has been in the game since Whispers in the Walls came out, but it has just never been even so much as acknowledged as far as I'm aware. And it's so incredibly disruptive, especially with it returning with a vengeance in 1999. Hate that shit. Hate that shit for real. You think Ballas is in the Epstein files? Real talk, dog? I think Ballas is Epstein. How can we see them? I think you might have to joke a little bit off, Vivian. Crazy. Holy shit.
You have done
Nice to know, yes. Dedicants, I think, are the biggest offender. Like, genuinely mercy killing them, sometimes the only thing you can do. What game is this? Warframe, but, like, from 2013. Grim. Let's stomp this guy's balls.
Might have taken courage from seeing the things she feared exterminated, but not Sybil.
Why did that not? You go mining, please? No, Otak, I'm sorry. This is Battlefield 7. Alright, real talk, I had so much fun with the Battlefield 6 beta. I was trying to squeeze in a few matches of it while I was getting ready to move, and that shit was so fucking fun. Colorbo's hold is Epstein Island? Oh god.
I think this generator pumps the air into Viri.
Well, Bazul, you might be on to something. I mean, you know Ballast better than any of us, Bazul.
I can't breathe. My head's spinning. I'm going to die. Fix it.
You guys think that Era's in the flight logs? Aboard the fucking Fragasa Express? Oh god. Oh no. Fuck it up again. Well, we already know that the game's going to have battle passes, so that fucking sucks, honestly. Dude, battle passes are like the biggest scam in modern gaming as a microtransaction to me. You're telling me that I have to buy content, and then I have to grind that content, and that if I don't grind the content soon enough, the content I paid for is taken away from me, and I can never get it again? What the fuck is that shit? There are games that do the system okay, like Helldivers and MCC, but I still think the idea of paying for content I then have to grind is fucking ridiculous. Now you're getting my, like, it used to be you would pay for something to skip the grind, or you'd grind it out and not have to pay. Now I have to fucking grind it out and pay? Or, like, if you're a game like Helldivers, sometimes you have to grind so that you can grind. Like, you're grinding super credits so that you can grind medals. It fucking makes my head spin. For dirt cheap. It's also, like, Nightwave is kind of similar in terms of, like, stuff comes back regularly. I still wish that you could just play through old Nightwave tracks instead of them being rehashed, but you know, I get it from a development standpoint. Much more efficient to just rehash things.
There shall be no further warnings.
His base price goes up. I'm gonna be honest, I don't entirely buy into that narrative. Video games now are more profitable than they've ever been. Like, the whole... This isn't directly related, I guess, to what you're saying, but when people say, like, oh, well, we need to charge for $70 for video games now because of inflation and stuff like that. Like, no, we don't. Microtransactions are just like crazy popular. Video games, I did not mean to press that. Video games make more money now than almost every other entertainment industry, from what I remember individually. They're fucking crazy profitable because of microtransactions. I think it's honestly kind of sad that, like, there are people that, I don't know, in terms of that kind of stuff, and I'm not trying to say, like, anyone here in particular, but where it's like, well, of course they're charging, you know, $70 or $80. They need to because of inflation, and it's like, and the game still has microtransactions and shit. Like, nah, bro. Keep the base price low. For Helldivers in particular, I'm gonna go with maybe, but you can grind for the stuff without paying in that game too. So the microtransactions are entirely optional. Where the fuck is this thing? I've not been paying attention. Hold on. I shot one down here already, right? There it is. Is it like up here? exclusive to their season, yeah, it takes ages for a lot of them to come back. Did you leave me alone? Oh wait, is it done? Am I just stupid? No, it's... Dude, I need to fucking lock in. Hold on. I haven't done this in a while. Okay, so it's going through the wall that way. So it's up over here, question mark? I am stuck. There it is. At least $100 these days. That's probably the case, but I think that people saying that it's justified to increase their price regardless, that's primarily where I take issue. Is like, well, of course we need to like increase game prices to $70 or $80, you know, because of inflation. It's like with microtransactions being in play, we do not need to increase jack shit. It's right there. There it is. Type shit. You know, fair enough. I had to fetch their pail of damage reduction.
Even as her plans led to disaster
Come back
after
for Nabbers. I think it's still so cringe that fucking...
was more
What is it?
afraid
Sentient
of what
Surge, the
might
OcuCore
still
mod, is
come to
Navarez instead of in the Nightwave store, like Sentient Barrage. Like, fuck out of here with that. Going back up to Epstein Island. I have to finish what I started. I killed Colorbo, and now I have to kill Ballas.
Why did you let them find out our plan?
The product is failing real. I did hear that there was like an insider leak that EA wants to try and do yearly battlefields. And all I gotta say is if EA does this, it's fucking over. Like if Battlefield 6 ends up being like Modern Warfare 2019, where it's like there's a brief moment of post-nut clarity from the publisher before they go right back to fucking up the franchise, it's over.
You were never on my side to start with, were you? All along, you've been plotting with
19th Summer House, yeah, Dad has. It's like Pete Parsons, the CEO of Bungie, who has like an exotic car collection after laying off like 1,000 fucking people since forever. I mean, you know, that's a fair question, but I think the answer unironically lies in sports games like FIFA. FIFA's crazy profitable for them. American Dad skins. You know, I hate that there's that trend that like every game wants to be Fortnite when it comes to cosmetics.
Civil was no longer
CEOs, true. They are technically a minority. Dude went to Texas, yeah, unfortunately. Welcome, Avery. I assume you're still trapped in your frozen hell state. An esports game. I mean, that's true. I think you can be like a fan of a sports game and have fun with it, but the yearly FIFA releases, dude, how do you let yourself fucking suffer under them?
I don't want this.
Oops. Oh, I did it at like the exactly wrong time. Holy shit. Did not think that... What the fuck? Did not think that through. Quite temperate here. At the moment, maybe. I took a shit ton of damage. I don't even know where from. I hate CEOs. Okay, you know what? Is it okay if I get political for a second, everyone? I say political with air quotes, because I have a rant to go on. You know what I fucking hate? Not just, like, CEOs, dude. I hate fucking venture capital. I hate capital investments in startup companies. Dude, you want to know what fucking grinds my gears, as the kids say? Is that there are companies out there that should not succeed, that are given a pass to succeed by getting dumped full of investor money. You have companies like Uber was one of them, where Uber offered a service that was impossible to compete with because they were losing money to establish market share. And then when they had the market share, they fucking increased their prices because people couldn't get away from their ecosystem anymore. That's not a real market, like, feedback mechanism. That's not how capitalism is supposed to work. You're fucking cheating the system. You're offering a product that's too good to be true because it doesn't make money, and then you go back on it when people can't get away from you. Dude, it makes me so fucking mad. I hate it so much. Venture capital is ruining the economy. Venture capital is ruining the fucking economy. It's ruining the products and services we pay for. It makes me very sad. Shit pissed me off for real. And we bartered with rocks instead. True. Thinking the box is straight? Oh hell no. Perish. Okay, that was weak. For the health of melee modding. Real talk, I agree. I think influence should be nerfed to 10 meters and it should be restricted by line of sight. It would still be insanely good, but it wouldn't be mandatory or like obvious insta-slot on everything. Every few months. True. That is true, Wally. It's actually more like every few weeks, I think. Quick geology lesson.
Don't think I won't.
Me to myself. And don't touch influence. I'm gonna be honest with you, no. I disagree. Like, there is this mentality in the Warframe community, and a lot of games, honestly, that we should just always buff and never nerf. That's how power creep happens. Melee influence turns your melee into a 20-meter, no line-of-sight restriction AoE. That's fucking overpowered. Just, full stop, if you ask me, that's just overpowered. That's too much. 20-meter AoE, no line-of-sight restrictions, no ammo economy, nothing. And I think that, like, if you want to maintain a semblance of balance in a game like this, and I say a semblance because this game is not balanced, but, like, I think that you have to dial things in, right? You have to be willing to say that sometimes there are outliers. Would be too much of a knee-jerk. Personally, I think both would still be the best arcane in the entire game. Like, if we had just made it line of sight, that's not enough. Because God forbid you see the enemies you're spreading it to. Like, that wouldn't really do much if you ask me by itself. 10-meter AoE, I think would probably be the more sensible thing, and then maybe you could save the line of sight change for, like, if that isn't effective. But, without influence, probably not, honestly. It's not a huge gap, but probably not. But I feel like influence is just, in my opinion, it is blatantly overpowered compared to everything else. 20-meter, no line of sight, no ammo requirement AoE. I think it deserves to get nerfed in some way. It is just insanely overpowered. Personally, I don't use influence much because I'm allowed to do that. I play solo, but I can see a valid argument for influence being disruptive to other players, especially on certain frames, like Excalibur, for example, because his waves let him extend the range of it so much. Because every time a wave from Excalibur hits an enemy, it will spread in that 20-meter radius again. So you have stuff like that, where I can see an argument that it could be too disruptive. Like, for me, I just don't use it. But I do think that it deserves some kind of dialing back. Because I just think that from a design perspective, I just think it's too powerful. Fortification. I will say this. I think that it deserves... Like, I don't think that those ones being buffed would be a bad thing. But got slams nerfed into hell. Slams are fine. Just jump higher. Hold on. Let me grab the thing I was using earlier. Slams getting nerfed was because you could spam them insanely fast with certain warframes, and people just couldn't play the game at that point. And like, I suffered under this strategy in public lobbies before. You do a public relic run or something, there was a Wukonger of Aruna abusing slams.
Each enemy is more powerful than before.
It fucking sucked.
Only with true mastery of the
For shit. For breaking boxes, I agree. I wish that they didn't remove, like, the destruction radius for boxes. But for killing enemies, I think it's totally sensible. even if I didn't ever really personally abuse the strategy for slams, this room's got a kind of a low ceiling. If I can find one of the more open tiles. But like now, like if you could just do something like that, where you could just jump and then immediately slam, and you could kill things in a massive radius. And if you had certain frames in your lobby that could truncate the end of the slam, like Varuna or Wukong and whatnot, it was really, really bad. Now, though, like, see, from that height, I can still kill quite a few things. If you've got the distance, you can still hit things from a really big radius. But distance traveled? Yeah, that's fair. I agree that not being able to open boxes easily fucking sucks. It annoys me all the time, but... because that was the main reason I use slams, primarily, was not, like, slam builds. Because generally, I think that this kind of gameplay can be boring. Now that the height is a factor, I actually think they're more fun. Because I can, I feel like your positioning mattering more makes it's more intentional, right? I feel like there's more of an element of, thinking about, how I'm setting up, which I enjoy. And I will say as well, just roll, bro. I think, because, like, can you roll out of the recovery? Yes. But you're still stuck in the roll animation, right? So, like, if I roll, like, say I slam and then I roll, I'm mashing space that whole time. I have to finish the roll. Wukong and Varuna and frames like them could truncate it instantly. You could immediately cancel it with another slam. Like, Wukong at his peak could genuinely perform multiple slams a second. It was so fast. And I think Varuna could, too. She might still be able to. It's like, yeah, you can truncate the end with a roll, but previously, it was possible to basically just do it instantly, and you could mash several. And I will say as well, with, like, the, someone said, like, play Zaku or Limbo. If you're, like, target farming crates, yes. But there are times where you're just trying to open boxes that you notice. Like, say you're in a room, right? Like, you go to a loot room in the void, and you just decide to do it because you're fucking about, and you want to open the stuff in there. Then yeah, like, I completely agree. Like, on that point, I completely agree with Delilah. I think that the reduction in radius making crates more annoying to break sucks. I think that overall the slam nerf was warranted for the abuse of it, where you just would, like, spam the ever-loving shit out of it really low to the ground. But when it comes to opening crates, it is really uncomfortable at times. You're just like, oh yeah, fuck, my radius is like 3 meters now. Archetytron exists. Well, that's true. I think that taking... like, I feel like people are kind of missing the point. If I have to take a specific piece of gear to open boxes comfortably, that kind of sucks. With ground slam, bugs in there since 2.99. I'm familiar with it, yeah. Oh, you meant for slam builds, okay. And yeah, Titran is, even post-nerf, still very, very strong. Rest in peace, old Arca. Yeah, you're wrong, buddy. Thank you, AK Dreamer. And the players are too. I feel like that's kind of just been Wukong's curse. I've built up like 23 million damage here. Looks pretty thin. I haven't seen the Necromech, but that's interesting. My favorite is still the, like, Zaku and Corvex boosting tech someone showed me for Weird and Obscure, where you hit either Zaku's 4 or Corvex's 3, because they share the same animation, right before you hit the ground out of a slam. That shit's fun. Or whatever. Yeah, look, I will say this. The point that is being made, I think, at least, is that, like, if you're not running a dedicated crate breaking build, you still will want to break crates on occasion, and it's more uncomfortable now to do that. Like, I feel like if someone's like, you know, I decided, like, I'm doing this Ayatan hunt with Maru, and I decided I wanted to break the crates, and it's a little awkward now, I shouldn't be like, well, you really should have just played Limbo for that mission. I don't feel like that's the solution to, I wanted to break some crates in the loot-based game. I shouldn't have to bring specific gear for that. Then again, it's not a huge deal for me personally. It's kind of a minor annoyance. You're coming to Helldivers 2. I'm very excited for it.
This will help our cause.
I honestly should probably be stocking up on more medals. Youch? I should probably be stocking up on more medals for that. Oh, I don't even have that active. That is insane. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I think a lot of it is like, a lot of people will see that you play a certain Warframe and immediately just stereotype like everything about you. Freaking break boxes. I mean, they do have a minimum range, I'm reasonably certain, but cool Jupiter gas cloud, for fuck's sake. I think it would be nice, if they had like a minimum like destruction radius where they would break crates and like props and stuff like that was larger, but it will cost 1,500 instead of the regular 1,000. That's true. Your dad totally thinks he's Jewish. True. How does a gas cloud have internet? That's a good question. It's 2025. Shit, you're right, actually. It is the current year, my bad. Maybe I should learn how to actually play Limbo. I have to rewatch the Lim Bible and actually, like, lock in. What day is it? It's just about to be Friday here. In about 15 minutes, it'll be Friday. I love this Lavo skin, by the way. Yursen goes so hard. Like, I'll admit, I don't really like Lavos Prime's model. I really don't like his helmet. Not a big fan. Like, if you like it, you know, each their own. Personally, I don't. And I never really loved Kuveil Alchemist either. But Yursen just fucking, the Plague Doctor with the little hat and, like, the gas mask filter, oh, it just fucking hits. It's so cool. You can make him Victor. Fair enough. I honestly hope that the Lavos Deluxe is good. Bingo card. I feel like I don't talk about this skin that much. If you just want to say gushing to a 10-gen skin, that's a pretty safe bingo card bet.
Of heightened dopamine levels and a terrible memory. You're welcome.
The snakes. I love that this bug is still in the game. If you switch frames from Lavos to someone else, his snakes stay. It's so funny. They go away here, though, yeah. He's not worth it. I know that's, like, sci-fi really likes Limbo, and, like, I feel like it's one of those things where even if I don't particularly like a frame, I like to try and make a good faith effort to understand them, right? Like, me playing Equinox earlier, I don't really particularly like Equinox. I just felt like I should learn her, because I never really play her. Never Forma. My Ash loadout is named that because of a meme where I refuse to Forma my Ash Prime, which still hasn't happened, by the way. He's still not Forma'd. Comment or attachment. Check Discord for evidence? Evidence of what? Oh my god, the Equinox. The Equinox. I forgot about your Equinox collection, Gamble. Yeah, Equinox is a frame I still really hope gets a rework, honestly. I think that my biggest, like, issue with Equinox from a conceptual level is she's a frame that has two forms, day and night, but oftentimes you're only building for one half. Like, the switching between forms part, what you would think is her entire gimmick, is often completely irrelevant, which I think is really unfortunate.
Well put together, operator. Now get
I
out
do
there
hope that
and-
something happens with her eventually.
And make the Lotus proud.
Dark Split Sword. Well, Dark Split Sword is different because you can't switch what type of weapon it is in mission, if that makes sense. I guess if you mean that, like, you play Equinox like Dark Split Sword, then yeah, I can see that. You pick one and that's what you get. Most people just straight up subsume off the 1. Here, I'll show the Sparkle Dog. Is this what you want to fucking see? At the second aura. I honestly wonder personally if, like, would modding the 2 forms separately be technically feasible? Or, like, if not, should we try and make the 2 forms want the same stats? Because they kind of do, but I feel like Night form... Because, like, Equinox ultimately is a very range-dependent frame, I think, and that affects both of them. But for Night form, Strength is very helpful for certain elements of it, namely, like, Pacify and stuff. And I think that that's kind of like the paradox for Equinox in some ways. I think that, like, the question for me is, like, should they try and make it so that, like, what you want on the frame aligns more? But E-Sevagoth / Shadow. I guess that's true. The game handles the Shadow as a distinct character, though. Maybe they could try and set it up the same way, so, like, Equinox has, like, 1 form at the, like, the game treats it as switching character, quote-unquote. Maybe that's how they could handle it. I suppose if they were to do one, we'll have to see. Personally, I think Equinox should be up for a rework soon. Does that mean she's actually up for a rework soon? No. Does that mean she's even being considered for a rework? I don't fucking know if she is. Honestly, I think that, like, when it comes to frames that I think should be on the rework radar, but I kind of doubt they are, Equinox and Chroma. Those are the 2 ones for me where it's like, I think that, like, Oberon and Limbo are the 2 that make the most sense to me to be up next. And we know Oberon's up next, right? There was a lot of community outcry for that, so that makes sense. But I really feel like, aside from Limbo, who I hope is honestly after Oberon, I think Equinox and Chroma deserve it. Actually, you know who else really needs one? Banshee. Banshee has 2 good abilities. I mean, her passive is pretty alright, but all she has is Silence and Sonar. Why is her 1 a full body action, and her 4 is only good in low-level content? I really hope that Banshee gets a rework. I think that she also really deserves one. Like Shadow Harvest? Huh, that is kind of interesting. Switching between forms. I could see that. Like, maybe you have, like, tap or hold, depending on which form you want to access. Are very good, though. They are very good, but I feel like Banshee deserves some kind of overhaul. Because, like, Valkyr was in the same situation. She had 2 good abilities, and she still got reworked. Necros. I can see Necros getting a rework. I don't think Necros is as bad as people say he is, personally. I think he's actually a pretty solid support / summoner frame. If you play him that way, I actually enjoy playing Necros, not for loot, but just for that, like, fantasy of, you know, micromanaging your summons and stuff. But I think Necros definitely could get one. I think he's also one, like, I don't think he's as high priority for me personally as the other ones I've mentioned, but I think Necros could absolutely use one. At the very least, I would like them to tweak, like, Soul Punch. Like, I think it'd be nice if you Soul Punched an enemy to mark them and then killed them. It would, replace his lowest value summon with your new kill. So, okay. Something to explain for people. Necros has an interesting system in his Shadows of the Dead, where when you use Shadows, enemies are given a point value. So, how do I explain this? Basically, enemies are given a point value from 1 to 5. And if an enemy is a lower value, they are lower priority for a spawn. And then these values depend on, like, enemy rarity and power, generally. So, like, a level 1 enemy is, like, a Butcher, a Lancer, something like that. A level 2 enemy is, like, I think Elite Crewmen are level 2. There aren't that many. Level 3 is, you know, you step up from there. You have things like, I think Nullifiers are a level 3. And then you go, you know, level 4 and level 5, right? So Eximus units are always level 5, but there are other things that occupy level 5 too, like heavy gunners, for example. So sometimes you can try and, like, you kill an Eximus and you want to summon it, but it summons some random heavy gunner or some bullshit that you also had in your queue, because it remembers the last 20 enemies you killed. And now you just can't get that Eximus unit anymore, because it was, you're gonna push it out of the queue because you're at your cap. Because how it works is you have the last 20 enemies you killed, and what it'll do is it'll scan that, find the highest value, and then start summoning those enemies from oldest to newest. The wiki says newest to oldest. From my testing, this is backwards. It is oldest to newest is the summoning order, not newest to oldest. So, like, if I kill an Eximus unit, and they're my last killed enemy, and I hit my 4, Shadows will go through every tier 5 enemy I've killed in the last 20 kills before hitting that Eximus. I think if they made it so Soul Punch was like, I'd mark an enemy and then I kill him and that guy gets summoned specifically, so I could more curate my Shadows with it, that'd be nice. Because it's really finicky in its current state. Then again, I think there's a fun element to the Shadows where you gamble, right? It's a combination of being a summoner and gambling. I think that shit is kind of fun, but I wish you could kind of, like, use Soul Punch to curate your Shadows better, because it kind of feels like that's what they were going for with Soul Punch's current iteration. It just doesn't really work that well. You know, I think Necros is an alright frame. I think he's fun. Why do I have Nourish on this? I don't even know. Oh, duh, to give it to my summons. I'm fucking stupid. 10, that would be great. I could see a bump in the summon cap being helpful for him too. I don't think that there's, like, an issue with 7, but I could, like, you know, more summons is just better, right? I guess that's not particular. I don't have to explain much there. Getting her shtick. I mean, Necros has been the gambler in terms of the summoning thing for a long time. Nourish, hey, Nourish is really good on summoning builds, thank you very much. Because it gives your summons the viral retaliation effect, so when enemies attack them, they release a viral wave. That shit is really good. And stronger summons. So here's the thing. Does Araxi have more summons? Yes. And her summons are consistently her spiders, which are pretty strong. But Necros has the advantage that his ability allows him to summon, like, Eximus units and shit. Like, if you get multiple Leech Eximus units, you're able to do some funny shit with Necros. Other enemies kind of can do stuff like that, like with Accuse on Zaku and things, but I think there's, like, an element of fun to me, like when I hit 4 and see that I got, like, 5 Eximus units or something. That shit makes me excited. Don't know how good the Sandcats are. Inaros' Sandcats are actually really strong. They deal a shit ton of damage. The funny thing, too, is because of Desiccation Swarm, the augment, you can give his cats to other frames and then buff them with things like Shocking Speed. The tech with Accuse and Nourish? Oh, like giving them... Yeah, I'm familiar with what you're talking about. Caliban also. Yeah, Caliban summons can be given Nourish and stuff, too, which is, good on him. Honestly, Nourish is incredibly good on Caliban in general, because you can give it to his Ortholis to make them proc viral, you can give it to his Corylus, and they'll use the retaliation effect. It's really good on him. Why I'm not doing damage? I can see that. It can be a little bit confusing, like, at a glance, to realize that you're shooting at something that's not actually an enemy. I wish they would make it more obvious in some way. Like, maybe change their health bar color or something. But a buff overall. That could be interesting, but I feel like it'd also just kind of make her more frustrating. Summon them all back with Necros. That had to feel good, because those rollers, I think, are generally Leech or Energy Leeches, which are really good for Necros. An obvious one. Honestly, like, I think it'd be cool. All right, here's an idea I'm spitballing. Would it be cool if whenever Necro summoned an enemy, it would always be an Eximus? Or, like, maybe soul-punched enemies would always come back as an Eximus? Maybe there could be some mechanism for him choosing what Eximus he summons. But I think it'd be cool if maybe we made it so that, like, his summoning gimmick revolved around bringing back dead enemies as Eximus units. That could be fun. Because allied Eximus units can be very, very strong. I like Allied's accessibility option. That's true. Then again, I don't personally use it because I think it looks really ugly, but I can see the value with that. You can only use abilities on the backbeat. That might be too strong. I feel like using abilities on the backbeat's kind of how a lot of, well, myself at least normally plays Temple, is shooting for that. So... like the Hydrate Wet Sign. I could see that working out too, yeah. That definitely is a viable solution. Make it a skull. Hit them with the skull emoji. How long have we been live for? Just over 3 hours. I should probably wrap up the stream before too long. I need to work on videos, dude. This moving shit is expensive. The bills aren't going to pay themselves, right? I got to start pumping out rage bait to farm views for money. Dude, this whole moving thing has been so unbelievably financially damaging. Like, holy shit. My car also had, like, $2,000 in trouble right before I moved that had to get addressed. Which fucking sucks, dude. Dropping that much money on your car right before you move cross-country, necessary but horrendous. You are keeping me awake? I don't think I'm doing anything. You're allowed to go to sleep. I'm just saying. Overguard good, actually. Why Revenant actually sucks. Share and dislike? True. Be sure to dislike this video. This is a stream, actually. This isn't even a video. If you're watching the VOD, if you hear this, if you're watching the VOD right now when you got to this point, dislike this video, because it is now officially a video. Did you fly or drive? Dude, I drove. And it fucking sucked. You want to know what my total time driving was? 16.5 hours. Over 2 days. Not fun. Not fun at all. It was a pretty harrowing experience. I disliked the stream. I mean, you're welcome to, if you would like. Hi, viewer. Yeah, I see you. If you're watching right now, I see you. That sounds painful. Oh, it was. My back still fucking hurts. Thank you for the 1 gift membership. Cool Rope Low List. Hydration Cult Leader has received the gift membership. Thank you, Cool Rope Low List. You're a real one. Lurker moment. The lurker moment is to donate. Okay, that's conceptually funny. I do still need a lurker moment, though, don't I? Here, this will be our certified lurker moment. Let me think here. Yeah, if you've just been lurking in chat, if you just haven't been saying much, could you go ahead and type, dog? If I could get some dogs from people who have been lurking, just to let me know that you're here and that you're alive. I gotta check on you all from some time. If we could get some dogs in the chat, I'd appreciate it. Get your dogs out in chat, if you will. Yes, thank you for the dogs, everyone. I appreciate it very much. Dog. Never say that again, just because you said it, no. Rocks, even? I could see that, I could see that. The fucking pregnant man emoji I disliked, I respect that. Dislikes are the real key to higher viewer engagement. As long as you're clicking on something, YouTube is happy. Are you a Bingus or a Floppa person? I'm more of a Floppa person myself. Flopping these nuts. Sorry, I just have to make sure. I have to pre-move in case the D's nuts joke is. It could be around every corner. The hospital is safe. Yeah, if Dog was here, he'd perform another 9/11. That'd be like his 6th or 7th 9/11 at this point. He's really racking that shit up. Say shalom to your dad for me. I mean, I don't talk to him, but I'll tell one of my siblings too. I thought you said sheave my jobs, like the fucking Warframe weapon. Oh my god, the brain rot's fucking killing me. Sheave my jobs. How are these nuts? Deadass. Deadass. Latron James. Holy hell. Even a single Hebrew word? Oh, I fucking doubt it. What E3 911s? Have you been keeping track? You just making that shit up, Salios. You cut his internet again. Real. Also, for members, I think I'm going to try and knock out the Overguard sequel commentary soon, because I really do want to do that one as a follow-up. I have to help my roommate move in tomorrow, because that's when they get here. But once I have the time, I want to do the commentary for that. Though, the commentary for DE Doesn't Understand Overguard was like 2 fucking hours long, which I did not expect. So, all in response type jokes. Yes, that is accurate. That is accurate. Should I be a member? I mean, if you want to be, right, you can watch the production commentary videos. Someone actually left a comment on one of my videos where someone was like, why do you have members-only videos? Do you want me to not watch your content? I've decided to dislike all of your videos, and I will not be watching you from now on. And, okay, real talk. Real talk. Members-only videos aren't an uncommon thing, right? Like, behind-the-scenes stuff is normal for memberships. It's just normally on Patreon. You just normally don't see it on YouTube. But that guy's, like, crash out over it was fucking funny. I'm not gonna lie. And, like, the content for members isn't even that interesting, honestly. It might be required. Nah, you're good. No worries. Well, I'm not a member? Okay, I completely agree with you on that, Julio. I do not think that non-members should be recommended members-only content. If it only appeared, like, in its own separate tab, or only when you looked at my videos on my channel, that's fine. Getting served them as recommendations, that's fucking stupid. I hate that shit. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about it, but I agree it's dumb. It didn't used to work that way, but at some point they changed it, and it fucking sucks. Goopala, my beloved? The Goonpala? Oh, hell no. Second monitor stuff? Damn. The Goodick? Hell yeah. Let's fucking go. You make rocks in your forge, please. What is a Goonpala, son? Don't ask. Cool mom, don't ask. Alright, cool Otak. I think you've earned it. I think you've earned it. Oh, hold on. I have an Omniform I could make. I have several I could make. Shit, yeah, I should probably do that. Also got a few formal blueprints earlier. Let's start firing that shit up. Where are they? Oh, wait, no, duh. There's a mining tab. What rock should we make? What rock should we forge? You know what? I'm gonna be generous. Today, we forging every rock. You're gonna hear this noise a lot. Forging my shit right now, for real. That is every rock being forged.
Operator, my foundry system has completed a build.
Ortis, I'm looking at that shit. Oh, it's gonna start popping off. The notifications are gonna start popping off.
Cephalon Ordis has completed a blueprint.
Ortis, please shut the fuck up. I'm looking. You don't have to keep talking. Ortis, no. I don't care.
Foundry has items.
Please.
Operator.
Is he? Nope, nope, he's not. He's not. Sergeant Forge, true.
Foundry has items for you, operator.
You wouldn't believe what Otak said.
Careful, it may still be hot.
In
Cephalology
rock.
has completed a blueprint.
True.
Check the foundry. Form is exact.
I don't think I've ever heard him say that.
Technique
What
is
the
good.
fuck?
Functionality at 100%. The process is a success. Excellent.
I don't think I've ever heard him say that.
Gun.
Oh, he's gonna keep going because the notifications are
Foundry
delayed.
has items for you, operator. Integrity is good. Functionality at 100%. The process is a success. Excellent.
Oh, come on. We have to keep going. We're here. The
Fresh
notification.
off the line.
It's still going.
Fresh off the line. Fresh off the line.
I fucking get it, Ortis.
Fabrication complete.
What the fuck? He hit me with the fucking triple.
Foundry items can be claimed, operator. Are you pleased?
Fresh off the line. You know what? This is our second lurker moment right away. Can I get some fresh off the lines in chat real quick, please? If I could get some fresh off the lines. All right, everyone. Now it's time. Fresh off the line, baby. Fresh off the line. Here you go, Otak. There we go. They're minerals. This is true. Rock. Give the rocks to Otak. Well, now that I've refined them, I don't think I can. Rock. Oh, no, hell no. Hell no, I'm not looking at the chat no more. I can't take it. Why won't my Panzer dap me up? Is it because I'm gay and he doesn't respect me anymore? Okay, there we go. Texas blows, because this is where my boyfriend lives. I completely, like, I don't doubt for a second that this place sucks. Looking at chat, yeah, pretty much. You know what? I think there's one more thing that we definitely have to do. We have to go visit Wally. I'm high as fuck. You know, that doesn't surprise me. Call me Pac-Man. The way you're gobbling these pellets. Say hi to Wally, everyone. We're back. Wally's shrine has been kind of retrofitted. I wonder how Gareth is doing. Wally, do you know what Gareth is up to? I haven't seen Gareth around in a while. Rebase is crack? What the fuck? Gareth is dead? Rip. Is this foreshadowing? No, it is not. Oh, you know, what have you been up to, Wally? Last time we saw you in person, we met your concubines, your femboy, your twink concubines. You know, what have you been up to, Wally, since we last spoke? What? My tranquilizer dart? Man, that's unfortunate. Vulcan already wears a fursuit. You have no proof. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, Wally. I'm sorry to hear that. Rest in peace, Gareth. Wally has bitches, indeed. If my pot that I contained Thrax in, as well as, you know, my station for making meth. I put some stuff out here, but I think, okay. Okay, question. Should I do something like this, or alternative?
Learning how to live.
The cuck chair. Every Dormazone got the cuck chair. Now I can sit and longingly look out at the vistagraphs. Honestly, this was such a cool idea that they just abandoned. I want more vistagraph scenes. I would pay for more vistagraph scenes. How am I supposed to achieve power? Damn, that's a good point. I would love to see vistograph scenes for, like, Mars or Earth or, you know, places like that. Gooning to the Unum? Well, this is a Valis tower, but... The Goonum? Wait a minute. Not the Goonum! Not the Goonum! Oh, no. Not the Goonum, bro. Not the Goonum. They hit the Goonum. Pregnant Unum was peak. Cool hun how, you motherfucker.
Curious.
Goonum X Gara. Oh, hell no, dude. Not the fucking Goonum. I'm locking the door. I can't fucking... I have to hide. I have to fucking... I live in fear. The sissy hypno... Yeah, the gay sissy hypno wallpaper. I saw this great screenshot of a guy showing one of those gay sissy hypno videos to a frog. Oh, that shit is so fucking funny. Purchase info. That's how I own this? What is dumbass Kavad armor? I appreciate Wally's just what? Does that undo the chemicals? I think it's supposed to reinforce them. If you've turned the frogs gay, you've got to just go all in at that point. If the chemicals turn the frogs gay, you've got to just go all in. There's actually a really great video, speaking of that, by, I think it's Oki's Weird Stories, where he talks about the Alex Jones gay frogs thing and, like, what the origin of that story actually is. I'm pretty sure that what was happening is the frogs were having their reproductive systems massively messed with by a pesticide, and the company that made the pesticide was, like, spending a bunch of money to cover it up, basically. I really do recommend Oki's Weird Stories. It's a great YouTube channel. But that video is very interesting, about, like, the real story behind the gay frogs. Because Alex Jones was not quite right, and honestly, I wish he would have covered the actual story, considering that it was, like, actual, you know, corporate cover-up. But Jones was, at the time, too busy doing things like denying Sandy Hook and other fucking nonsense. My rant's Sona here to tell you all about these things. Keep the merch, keep the merch. The frogs become woke, many such cases. That's not quite right. I love... Have you guys seen the image? Hold on. The, like, Alex Jones workout image. Can I find this? Workout image. Have you guys seen this? Where it's, like, Alex Jones? Yeah, the fucking... I love this. I love this shit. The fucking before and after that I just joined into. I didn't say I'm too busy. Alex Jones was too busy denying Sandy Hook. I hope that this works because it's a WebP, but... Have you guys seen this fucking shit? Yeah, look at this. The before and after for Alex Jones. Dude, he just got redder. He just got redder. Before and after fucking what? 45 days and he got a sunburn? What do you mean? Oh, dude, this image is so fucking funny. This shit slays me. Alex Jones, fucking... Oh my word. He's becoming a tomato. Turning red, deleted scene. Oh hell no. Oh hell no. Okay, we'll go for like 5 more minutes. I think at 3.5 hours I'll pull the plug on my fucking life support. I hope the stream has gone well for you all. Like I said, this is my first stream on my new internet at my new address. So I hope that there haven't been any issues with like, you know, dropped frames or bad quality or anything like that. Just to make sure. Gunam Hypno stream, please. Otak, I think you need to calm down. Sleep well, thanks for stopping by. 30 minutes later, yeah, dead ass. If someone brings up something space related, then yeah. Or I don't know. If people do that thing that Z41 and Wimmy did where they've donated money to hold me hostage for another hour, I can be bought. That does work actually, but I probably not. No, they paid me to do another would or would not, didn't they? I think that was the what they were trying to do, right? Was they donated for me to do would or would not again? The Mr. Ender 9/11 rant. That shit is fucking hilarious. Why is this show set in Canada not obsessed with 9/11? Or this movie set in Canada, rather. Fucking crazy shit. I also just saw Venus Ice Mystery. I want to do a video about that at some point. I think it'd be funny. I need to just, like, pick an idea and stick to it right now, though. I have so many things I want to make. On 9/12. It's like here in the US, like, shortly after the administration changed, there was a bunch of, like, aviation accidents. And then there was talk of Doge getting rid of TSA entirely. And it's like, guys, we forgot. We forgot. You doing anything in April? I'm celebrating Apple April. And Goonum? Oh, hell nah. Not the fucking Goonum, bro. I should never have said Goonum out loud. Not the fucking Goonum. Oh, I'm such a fucking idiot. I shouldn't have said that. I should have just let that go. The fucking Goonum. I'm such a dumbass. In one day supercar. I think it'll be a lot of fun, yeah. Include the JFK assassination by Frumentarius. That is real dark Warframe lore. Assuming they have oxygen. I mean, I'm not entirely sure. Lurker moment Gudam. Oh, hell no. In the corner, you know what the worst part is? That the cheese from KFC was actually really good. It was kind of like a chicken parmesan. Ruin that plan. I still will make it, but I'm not sure if it'll be the next video or one later. It's so much footage to go through. It's going to take such an absurdly long time to make. Shut up, furry. Thank you, Zert. You've joined at quite the time, because it's just going to be going away. I also just want to say, I see Hey Every Pony Cool Goonum here, and I just want to say, shout out to your Samus profile picture, William. I fucking love Metroid. For the AI overview, dude, if the AI overview was like, viewers were talking about the Goonum, it's fucking over. I'm just crashing out at that point, dude. Viewers are discussing the Goonum. I call her Granny. I just call my grandmother Grandma. Red, is that what... Red Hulk. I just like to think that you're saying that it responds to what do you call your grandma. It's just a Red Hulk. And got down. I remember that you got downvoted for that. That was so fucking funny. Cool kid. Yeah, I've been doing that since the earliest videos I've made. That, like, the iceberg had a hydro station in it. Need the Goonum. I'm such a dumb fuck. I can't say these things on stream. I can't trust you people. The power of the Goonum. I should not fucking speak on the goddamn internet, dude. It's so fucking over. Well, for the Jovian, like the Astronomy of Warframe, real talk, I don't know when the next Astronomy of Warframe is going to be. I hate to say this, I really do, but especially with me being between jobs at the moment, and especially with the job market being so bad, like YouTube is currently my only income source, which is really bad. It's not enough to live off of. Like it's pretty dire straits, I'm not gonna lie to you. But I feel like the amount of effort it takes to make a video like Astronomy of Warframe, with how poor their viewership is, I just can't afford to do it right now. I can't afford the time sink. Like, I really need to focus on, like, what can I make that's still interesting and that doesn't, like, break what's true to what I want to make on this channel. But I don't want to focus on projects that I know are going to have poor return on investment. There's just a shitty reality of it, honestly. Because I don't, like, I'm between jobs. The job search is going fucking terrible, to be honest with you. It's a very hostile job market for employees at the moment. So I need to, like, make sure that if I'm making things, there is some optimization there, which I hate to say, I really do, because I do love the Astronomy of Warframe, but they don't get very good views. The Astronomy of Warframe episode for Venus took me like 6 fucking weeks to make, all told, and that video's performance just crushed me, I'm not gonna lie. The Gunam Ice Mystery. AI is now talking about the Gunam? Oh no, is it really? Oh fuck. Make a good lumber. I don't know. I don't think I've got the physique for that. We'll start talking about numbers. True. You win? I'm going with no, Hunhow. I'm going with no. Yeah, like, I think the Astronomy of Warframe episode for Venus, I put a ton of effort into, and I think it came out fairly well, all things considered. But I don't know. The amount of effort I put into it compared to its return was just really, really bad. It's the same thing with, like, Warframe Geographic. I want to do another one, but I know it won't do well, and it's kind of hard to motivate myself to make something when I know it's going to perform like shit. Post the AI Gunam in the Discord? Oh, like the summary? Dear God. Not the Gunam. Not the Gunam. I gotta get out of here. I'm enabling you fucking people. I should probably go to bed. I have to get up tomorrow and help my roommate move in. Put gooning on your resume. That will not help. You know, I thought that having almost 5 years of experience at my old job would help with my job search. It fucking doesn't, bro. It does not do a goddamn thing. Dr. Freak is inside of the Gunam, according to Terry Davis. What the fuck is going on right now? Oh my god, you actually pinged the bot in the Discord. What's inside of the Gunam? And then he actually replied, Dr. Freak. Holy shit. That is flames. Okay, you know what? One last thing before I go. My friend Thera sent me this. They have Gen AI in one of their servers. And I didn't know this either, but apparently Gen AI can fucking reply with links. And it fucking just at Grok, is this true? That just fucking hood SpongeBob. Holy shit, this fucking caught me off guard. I didn't know he could do that. For those who don't know, Gen AI is a really old bot from, like, way before AI was even good. Basically, it just, like, will pick up on words people say in chats it's allowed to, like, read, and then it will say those, like, words. My favorite one by far is I had it set up so that the bot would read Warframe discussion in the Discord, and he would say something every 50 messages. And at one point, he just said the word Grenier, all lowercase, with nothing else, just Grenier. And I was like crying laughing when he posted it because it just caught me so off guard. It's just Grenier. Holy fuck. I think it might still be pinned in Warframe discussion. He's not allowed to talk there anymore. He would go on like really long rants about Revenant that were completely incomprehensible. Much like the average subreddit user. Grenier. Goonier? Oh god, fucking damn it. That's it. I'm pulling the fucking plug. I'm unplugging the router. I can't do it with you guys anymore. Thank you all for watching. Sorry for the long hiatus, but now that I moved in, I want to get back to working on stuff. So, VOD playlist is in the description. The Discord's in the description. I don't know. Fucking eat your vegetables. Look both ways before crossing the street. And I'm gonna go. See